With
Well,
Geico, we can
Well,
easily.
that was pretty. Sorry about the Geico ad. But that was pretty nice. I like that. Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm Phoenix. I'm your host, and I'm here to do all kinds of things. But number one, play D&D. Let this get pushed over. Hi, Pineapple. How's my beautiful daughter? Also, how's everybody else doing? Um, oh, I gotta change my logo. So if you guys didn't know, I got a new logo. It's pretty cool, and I'm excited for it. But I hope everybody's doing well. So let's introduce the whole group of degenerates that's joining me today, shall we? Hi, degenerates. How are you?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I resemble that remark.
I'm
You're
downloading
not wrong.
Celia
uh,
on
so
my Switch.
so just real quick, guys. I want to touch on something before we actually get into doing this, and I feel like we have a couple extra minutes now because of us starting earlier than what we have been lately. But let me just state this: we started Zombie and I started something new last week, and it posted this past Friday. After, so we're gonna start posting the replay of this, um, and it's going to be on our From the Ashes podcast YouTube, like exclusively, basically. I'm not loading this to any other channels. And what's up, fella? How you doing, bud? Z, how you doing? Jen, how you doing? Sorry about that. But Zombie, how you doing? I'm saying that to say this. We are going to start doing, it may not be every week, but we're doing this thing called Tavern Talk. And Tavern Talk is going to be basically, last week it was, because last week we ended the D&D campaign without having the talk with the child that, that I was going to basically siphon power.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
I had to have the talk with Phoenix.
You had to have a talk with Phoenix. Hi, Raven. But anyways, that whole talk. So we talked about where my character is going. We did we upgraded him from level 3 to level 4, and did all that. I don't know if anybody would be interested in doing that kind of stuff, or like watching that or not. But we were like, what the heck? We might as well record it and see where we're going. And we're calling it Tavern Talk. So
it's content.
It's content, yeah. And so I think the main two that are going to be doing this will be Zombie and I. But we could have a couple other people join us from time to time and here and there. Or we could do it if somebody wants to upgrade their character and do it, on stream or like for a recording. So there's other ways we can do it. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. Hi Arson, how you doing? Why are you pointing that at me? I did not say. I said hi, Jen. I 100% said hi. So I would never forget about you. Wolf, I would, but not you.
Could you?
Anyways, so this week's gonna be a little different. It's weird because it's sitting on top of that. Hold on, I gotta.
Dang.
I gotta fix that. So, first and foremost, the board may look a little weird because it's completely like black blocks with us and an added character. Also, Zombie, what's up with what's going on up there? What's going on?
What do you mean?
Like, why is he in your spot?
Did
I have to remind you? Jeez.
Look, I mean, I'm used to things being so chaotic, all right? Like somebody cast power words, switch places, and
Jeez.
I failed my save. I got demoted for a week.
Well, the part of Blaze is going to be played today by Zombie. No, okay, so yeah, I forgot about this and adding Zombie to the to the Raven show. so so I basically just flip-flopped. I flip-flopped their cams, and here we are. But we are calling now officially, thanks to Arson, we are now officially calling these, when Raven actually takes control, are the Raven one shots. And or maybe the Raven dose shots. That'd be funny.
No.
We just keep going up in numeric.
But anyways,
Yes,
as
I
you guys
agree.
know, I do not pay attention to chat when we do this, or I try not to. I mean, I pay attention, but I just don't respond. I try to stay in character. Z is here to really go through that chaos for me. And I appreciate Z because she's not feeling well. I love you, Z. I hope you feel better. But thank you for being here. Special shout out to you, my dear. But on that note, this is no longer the Phoenix show. This is now the Raven show. So that's so Raven.
That's, oh my God. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
He did.
Hold on one
Yeah,
second,
here's what's
fellow.
sad is I was wondering if he was going to. Go ahead.
Well, it's not the first time I've done that, so
That's fair.
but it's usually with my cousin. So but fellow, we've been doing this for now. This is our 12th week. So we've done 10 regular episodes, and this is our second one shot. So basically 12 weeks of D&D, which is crazy. I guess I'm officially, like, I couldn't back out after apparently they said 3 or 4, but now I'm dolls
We're
beep,
past
baby.
10 mark.
Yeah, now you're invested.
I'm dolls beep. So
Yep.
all right.
Dolls
On
beep.
that note, we are again passing the torch to the zombie imposter.
To the zombie. That's fair. I'm more clean shaven.
That's true.
Okay, so we're good to go. We're good to start.
We are good to go. But yeah, fellow. So I won't be paying attention to you guys in chat. So any questions you have, just ask Z. But I'm glad you're here. Just hang out and see what you think. I've been having a lot of fun with this. Now go.
Now go. Now am I allowed to go? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Please don't
Okay.
kill me.
No, I'll try not to. You'll only kill
Okay.
yourself otherwise. Okay, so where last we left off.
I can't
And we're
see.
picking up-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Where last we
Sorry.
left off. We're picking up right kind of where zombie left us. We have been in the town, in the Feywilds now for a few days. Lacratus originally, did I say that right? Lacritus.
Lacridus.
I'm gonna screw that up.
You
That's
have a
all right.
lack of knowledge.
Right. Lacritus initially had told us that get comfortable, get acclimated to the Feywilds, get acclimated to the town, and that she will return in a week for us to move on to find the girl that we're searching for.
And no more running off, Phoenix.
And no more running off.
I can't promise that. I've got new
right.
powers. One last thing, guys. If you want to know more about my character's upgrades, I'm not going to tell you. You have to go watch that tavern talk. That's it. Okay.
which is the way it should be.
Right.
It has been a few days. It's been a couple of days, and the party has settled into the house that they have rented. Started exploring the town some more. Started exploring the wilds around the town. Have started to interact more with the townsfolk. The townfolk have been more than welcoming, especially after the group taking the time to introduce themselves to the nobleman and basically getting the seal of approval from him that the party can be there. So you've spent some time exploring the town, talking with the townsfolk, trying to learn more about the Fae and the Feywilds. It's a different realm than the material realm than you are used to, and things just work a little. When we say a little, a lot different than back home. as you're getting settled in on the morning of the third day, you hear a knock on the front door. This is just early morning, and like I said, and you hear a knock on the front door.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, I wish I had a sound for that. I don't. Blaze will go over and open the door, and on the porch you see Lacridus.
Say, tell us more.
I'm trying not to mispronounce the name. I keep as I was typing it out and stuff, I kept saying Lacradus. That's what's stuck in my head.
It's laxatives.
There you go.
You should see Zombie's head right now.
Genius. There are so many meanings behind it.
It really does.
This is what you get by going from demon to player in the middle of the campaign. Just saying.
Oh, hey, look, bring it on. That's all I gotta say.
Just not the milk.
Hey, I'm the only one that would suffer there.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, you're not in Colorado with me, so.
You see Lacridus and a servant from the nobleman's house standing there on the doorstep, on the porch. The servant says, "Oh, good, you are all here. The Lord needs your help. Since you have all been here for a while, we were hoping that you would be able to help us with a small matter. It seems that there is a problem with a particular vault that is nearby, and this good gentleman, there's another gentleman that is with you, or that's with them, is here to explore it, is here to explain it more. Can we come in and talk with you?"
Use proper English first.
Tough.
It's may we explore. Not can we.
Tough. Can we?
Shut up.
Can we get on with it?
Yeah.
I don't know, can we?
I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody to invite him in.
Are you a vampire?
Weren't you the one that opened the door?
Yeah, Blaze opened the door.
Answer.
I'm probably sleeping or something.
All right, fine. You may answer if you answer this riddle.
You answer this.
What's
riddle.
1
No
plus
riddle.
1?
3.
Come on in.
So, Lacridus, the servant, and this gentleman here walk in. He is what appears to be initially an elf, but you can tell that he has been fey touched, just like the rest of the people around. He also has a lot of mechanical devices, mechanisms that have been fused with his body. Fairly stern, fairly stoic, but seems to have this energy underlaying everything. It's kind of like it's almost like if you've said, when somebody says, it seems like they're vibrating with all this energy, that's kind of how you feel from him. You just kind of feel like he's just sitting there just kind of vibrating. He's just got so much pent up energy. He introduces himself. He says, "My name is Captain Valeric. I am the last of the Time Wardens of the Clockwork Vault. It has been my duty for many, many centuries to guard the vault in hopes that one day it could be reopened. Many millennia ago, it was sealed tight to protect the rest of the realms from some of the magical time items that are in there. Some of them destructive, some of them helpful, but they didn't want to be lost to the wrong hands. My group, the Time Wardens, have been guarding this vault for many centuries, and unfortunately, I am the last of this battalion. A number of days ago, there was a surge of magic that was detected from within the vault. And when I arrived at the vault, The vault had once again become active and has managed to unseal itself somehow. This is both a good thing, but a bad thing. The bad thing because now anybody can get access to the vault. And I am working with other magic users to try to reseal the vault at some point. However, there is one thing that we do need out of this vault. There is a particular artifact in the vault that we need to have retrieved. We thought it was going to be gone forever because the vault was not able to be unsealed. And now that it's open, we can get to this. The key to this, though, is you must be quick about this. The vault, in addition to becoming active again, because of this surge of power, has become unstable. And we are pretty sure that the vault will collapse and become inaccessible again forever if we don't get in. So now is pretty much the only time to get in and get it.
What is this item?
What say you?
What does it do?
This item is an artifact that was owned by the leader of a, for lack of a better term, a time cult that built the vault and occupied it. It has the ability, if I can open the right file, it has the ability to gain access to knowledge. It has the ability to alter time. It has the ability to help with languages. If that answers your question.
Okay. May I have a moment with my colleagues?
Absolutely.
All right.
And Valeric and the servant, and Lacritus go kind of step off to one side.
All right. So I grab my coin and I open up a channel to our main party. And of course, I don't usually do this. It's usually you guys that use the coin. So so guys, this could be dangerous. Time
We're still in the
altering.
Fey realm. They can hear us.
Can they? Oh crap!
No, yeah, you're right.
I forgot about
Good
that.
call.
Okay, never mind. So I'm not playing the coin part. I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna just pull them aside and talk to them quietly. So guys, thanks for that, Wolf. Thanks. But anyways, this artifact seems dangerous. Like it could alter time. Like seriously, like there could be ramifications from us retrieving this. It's locked away in there for a reason, and we don't know these guys. Blaze. What? You've got to be suspicious of this. There's no way.
A little bit. However, the fact that we have earned the trust of the nobleman and the fact that he trusts us enough as being virtually unknowns to take on a mission like this leads me to believe that the group that he would send us would be fairly trustworthy. I mean, he sent the guide that he's already given us to, along with this as kind of like a way to vouch, I would think.
So the knowledge part is fine. It's the whole editing time. Like, not like they're going to, but they will be able to. And that's kind of scary. You know? I don't know if I'm on board with this. Ignis, Hydralis, say something, please.
I'm sleeping. I said that already.
Sorry. Will you like just throw a fireball on him for me?
I was asleep. I told you, like none of
Oh,
you wake me up.
Sorry. All right. Say. Oh, and I noticed that Ignis is asleep, so I kind of go over there and nudge him, like, "Hey, we need to talk."
What's up?
All right.
I
So
was uh, whatever. What's
you
going on?
you're tired? Yeah. So I go through and explain what was going on and everything, and I tell him everything that has happened, and so at that point I ask him, "So, what do you think, Ignis? What about you, Hydralis? What about you, Wolf?" But Ignis,
That's not my name.
you're Ayla Wolf. That is your name.
Yeah, but you don't call me Wolf, so.
I call you whatever I want. I call you late for dinner. Anyways, so what about you guys? Like, Ignis, please. You've got to have some doubts
I
about this as well. Like, this is kind
I
of.
would stiffen up. I would definitely. There's just you catch a bit of a gleam in my eye. Maybe hope. Maybe something. The wariness is there, but there's something there you can't quite decipher. And well, I I don't know. Maybe Blaze is right. The Baron, or the guy entrusted us with this. This is a pretty big deal, and that's a pretty well, for one, that's a powerful artifact. So one, we don't want it in the wrong hands. And I understand the concern that, well, all in all, you just don't want it in anybody's hands. That seems like I don't know, but I mean, yeah, the time part is one thing, but knowledge?
The knowledge. But knowledge, it's
I
power,
don't know.
right? So.
There's the Hydralis. What are you thinking,
He
pal?
should be worried about us getting it, because I will tell you all right now, if I get that, I don't care how much time we have to rewind to try and figure out how to save that child, but I am going to do that.
Not wrong.
Aren't you afraid you're going to mess up something though? I mean, we still have a chance to save that child, but we're
And our
just.
chances go greater the further back in time we go.
But how do you know that? You're not a god. You do not have.
Never claimed I was.
How would your god feel if you did that?
She would want me to. The compassion for children is much stronger than the compassion for enemies.
I'm just worried that. Sorry.
Apparently, Ayla casts Snot Rocket on Phoenix. Go ahead.
Roll a deck save.
Roll a deck save.
All right. So, getting back. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Ayla, what do you think? Because in all honesty, that frightens me even more about getting that. Even Hydralis getting it, and I know he's a friend, but you have no idea what's out there, and if we do something to the time, we could ruin it. That's a big part of it. If we get it, then
Who
do
says
you
that we would be the ones keeping it? We'll be
Hold on.
giving it over to the guard at the time.
Did you just not hear Hydralis? If we get it, then it's going to have to go to this person that he's going to send us with.
Yeah, but then we won't keep it forever.
Yeah.
He never said that we'll keep it forever. We'll keep it to save the child.
I don't think that. I think we still have a chance to save that child, and I don't think we need to hinder that. I believe. Hydralis. I believe. We definitely need to save that child, but at the cost of something going horribly wrong. I don't know. But all right. So let's get down to it. Are we doing this then?
Yes.
You have my
Obviously.
answer.
Blaze. I guess you've kind of answered as well,
Mm.
especially since you're the
Yeah.
DM doing the campaign. You know, you're not going to be like,
No.
no, I don't want
Blaze-
to do this.
But Blaze would not say anything out of the norm for him,
Yeah,
even if I am the DM. So
that's true. So, all right, I'm in. I follow with you guys. You are my brethren. I will be here to help you and protect you in any way. So let's do this. I go to the door, or I go over. Were they outside, or did I like close the door on them, or how'd that work?
no, they just kind of, because if you remember, if you think of the house as basically having kind of like a big common room with like rooms, the bedrooms and stuff kind of off to the sides. You guys are off in like one corner, and then diagonally across the big common room, the other three are just kind of standing off and just kind of chatting with themselves. They don't.
Okay.
You're far enough away that if you're talking in low voices, they're not gonna hear what you were saying.
Okay. So I walk over and wave Captain Valeric over, and I tell him, I'm just gonna let you know now. I have my thoughts about this and my worries, concerns, but us as a group have accepted. We will do this.
Wonderful. We
But
greatly appreciate your help.
it's-
Your help.
It's gonna cost you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not saying that. I saw the look on your face. I changed my mind.
When the DM smiles. Excellent. Wonderful. We greatly appreciate your help. The servant steps forward at that point and says, now we assume you all as a party want to do this, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We've all
Okay, well,
agreed.
there will be a slight change to your plans.
I'm sorry.
We
what?
need Blaze for a separate assignment. His talents and his knowledge are needed elsewhere. That's why Lacritus is here. We would like for you to take Lacritus in Blaze's place.
So someone we trust with all of our lives to somebody we've barely met that, to be fair, helped us out once. Like, you're breaking up our party, and that's going to be a hard thing to swallow for me.
And
But
this guy has got more
Lacritus-
years than I can count.
Lycradus would step forward and say, "To be fair, I don't know you from the dark side of the moon either. I'm placing my life in your hands as well."
Yes.
They have a point.
So, in all honesty, this is not my decision to give. This is Blaze's decision either way. So, if Blaze says he doesn't want to go, you're not taking him anywhere. But if he chooses so, then I'll freely be okay with it. Blaze.
Blaze will just kind of nod his head and go, well, I understand where you're coming from. I do. However, it would be incredibly rude of me to ignore and go against the summons of the nobleman. This is another way for us as a party to show that we have trust in him and his people.
So
I should go with the servant and deal with this.
how about
Then-
this? Lycradus would pull out a broken and chipped black blade, and she would cut her palm and extend it to Blaze and would say, "I swear on my life that they will return intact, or I will not return at all."
Blaze stands there for a moment and looks at Lacritus and takes the blade from her hand, cuts his hand as well.
And says, "Owie!" No, sorry. I was trying to plan that perfectly. I had to.
Cuts his hand, takes her hand, shakes it, and says, "That works for me."
Okay. Lacritus. You by any chance don't have Thunderwave, do you?
No,
Okay, good.
that
Just
is not,
checking.
one of my abilities.
Okay, just checking. Welcome to the party.
So at this point, the servant will say, all right, we will take our leave and allow you all to do Valoric along with you as well. Not as part of your party, but as a point of contact if needed while you're there. The servant and Blaze the servant will say, we'll take our leave. And as he and Blaze are walking out the door, you kind of hear them start talking about what the new assignment's going to be, but you can't quite hear or make out what they're actually saying. You just hear them start talking. And Blaze will close the door behind him as they leave. So now that you're here and Blaze has left, Lacritus, do you want to describe yourself to the party?
Sure. Let me scroll down to it real quick. So before, when you met her in the alleyway, it was kind of dark. You didn't get a good look at her. She's tall, broad-shouldered, white dragonborn.
Shirtered.
Do what?
No, you're like shirtered. Sorry,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I gotta call you out on it because you would be. So
of course.
Exactly.
Her scales are a stormy mix of frost silver and icy pearl, dulled by years of sea spray and Feywild grit. Her pale reptilian eyes glow faintly with a cold light. She wears a well-crafted breastplate shaped into her frame and etched with curling wave motifs along its edges. Slung over her shoulder and pinned with a broken harpoon head is a half cape with a torn flag of an old sailing ship. It's once deep blue, now faded and salt-stained, the stylized silver wave cresting over a star.
Okay.
And she has a shield and a jet black longsword.
So are you gonna cosplay a voice for her too, or are you just gonna talk?
No.
Like, hey guys, I'm Lacritus.
One, I can't do a voice like that, and two, I don't know how a dragonborn would sound.
That's true.
So
That's okay. Fair point. Fair point. I was gonna say if you had a soundboard, you could just do
this and like, hey guys.
Oh my god, you were looking for an excuse.
Always.
You
All
are.
right. All right. So we've got Lacritus's build and all that stuff. So all right. So where do we start?
yes.
Well, I mean,
Do any of you have any questions for Lacritus? Does any of you want to do a quick description of yourselves for Lacritus?
Hydralis steps forward and offers his hand. It's been a while
Mary?
since I've seen another dragonborn.
I haven't seen one at all, other than myself.
I just
Yeah,
kind of welcome.
that actually
and-
makes sense.
I've been in the Feywild since I was born, so
Well, welcome. What you see is what you get with me.
I would expect nothing less.
Kind of tend to keep to myself. Sometimes I'll just walk on the ceilings for no reason. It's just to get away. I don't even tell them why I can walk on the ceilings. I just say it, and then
He
just
kind of
like,
glances up at the ceilings and goes, "That must give you a headache after a while."
you get used to it actually, especially when I crouch down onto the ceiling. It's not as bad. But yeah, welcome. So, anybody else got anything? Ignis, you want to wipe the sleep out of your eyes and say hi?
Well, I am definitely out of my sleep, but like I'm more wrapped up in my own thoughts right now. Like, once I guess you kind of gesture towards me, and I kind of pick up on that. Oh, hello. I'm Ignis, your resident bow guy, I guess. Pleasure to meet you. That's Talos over there. Sorry. I guess I haven't exactly had the best sleep, you know. But pleasure to have you aboard all the same.
Indeed.
So, as I asked before, I'm assuming that you are up to date on what's going on. So, what's
Yes, they
next?
briefed
Where
me
are
on
we-
the way.
So, what's next? Where are we going? That's why I asked in the first place.
Well, where are we going?
He looks straight up.
Mm.
Brady Bunch. No.
Well, son.
Hey guys, come
At
on,
this
let's
point-
stop messing around. Let's do this.
At
I
this
look-
point, no, we're good.
I looked over at you.
Um,
That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. At this point, Valeric is kind of standing over to the side, and you can kind of see. Remember how I said earlier he seemed to be kind of tense and full of energy and almost vibrating, and it almost looks like he's sitting there bouncing at this point, ready to go. And he kind of goes, "Well, now that introductions are out of the way, we need to get going. Time is of the essence here. We've got to move."
Honestly, I actually forgot that he was still in the room. I forgot it. So that's why I didn't direct the question to him.
Yep. So, at which point Valeric is like, "Okay, we've got to move. We've got to go," and starts to walk out the front door, not even checking to see if the rest of everybody is following. He just starts heading out the door.
All right, well, let's go.
I guess we're going.
Yep. Follow behind.
Okay.
I shake Ignis and
is
be like, wake up, come on.
I am up.
All right, come on, we gotta go.
So I'll just tell you, nothing happens from the house to the vault. You spend about 2 days in travel at this point. It goes by super easy. You get to take in some of the Feywilds as you walk. You get to experience some of the different kinds of animals that are around. You see some beautiful sunrises and sunsets, but nothing untoward happens to the group as you go. You arrive at the vault about, like I said, 2 days later, and we're still doing a little bit of the theater of the mind here. We'll be switching to an actual image here in a minute. When you reach the vault, what you see is basically a very small building. For those of you who know, think of something the size of, say, like a phone booth. Okay, it's not a very big building. It almost is like it's built to just cover the opening to a shaft.
Are we going into the
Okay.
TARDIS?
It's bigger on the inside.
It's bigger, yeah. But it's built like it's almost going to cover like a mine shaft
Okay.
or
yeah.
a vent shaft or something like that. It's not very big at all. If think of the building as if you were to open the door, like one person could fit inside of it at a time. Okay.
Okay.
And around the outside near the door on one side, you see a glyph right next to the door. Valeric turns to you and says, obviously, we have arrived. We are here. We are where we need to be. I will wait here in case you need something. I'm not going to accompany you into the vault. I will wait here in case you need something, but I will be here if you need me. At which point he
Go
ahead.
Sorry. No. Go ahead.
No,
Gideon,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say how I took really big note on how the traveling to here and stuff like that to make sure I know like the layouts and stuff, because that's one of my big things, right, Zombie? Like knowing the layouts of like towns and and stuff like that. So I kind of use that to make sure I know the layout of the land, stuff like that. But I was gonna say that after you were done, so that was pretty much nothing. So go ahead.
Okay. No, you're fine. No. Any potential role play, you just interrupt me. You're fine. Valeric will reach out and he'll place his hand on the glyph that's on the side of the door. The glyph will start to kind of glow around his hand until the whole glyph is, not that you guys can see because I'm doing this on camera, but for
see
our viewership, yeah, you do. But for our and Zombie can, but for our viewership, this is why I'm doing this. You see that it kind of glows around his hand until the whole glyph is now glowing around his hand. You start to hear this grinding sound, and the door starts to slide down into the ground.
Okay.
And he looks at you and says, remember, you've got to be quick. There's not much time remaining. The vault could collapse at any point. Okay.
Understood.
I want to roll for stealth real quick.
Okay.
Just so I have it before we make our way in.
Okay.
That's a 15 plus 7, 22. Okay. So 22 on that in case you didn't hear. But
22.
yeah.
You think you're stealthy? No, I'm kidding. Yes.
If I think I'm stealthy, holy crap! What do you got to roll? That 20.
You think you're stealthy.
All right, so I
Okay,
checked
so
the
you're
entrance and
stealthy.
stuff for traps and anything around.
You don't see anything.
Okay. I look back and say, "Okay, guys, I think we can get in. Let's go." It's at that point
Okay.
where I climb the wall like Spider-Man and take my.
Well, there's no wall to climb at this point, but
when we
you're still
walked in,
outside. You haven't entered. You haven't entered yet. You didn't...
I figured saying "let's go" meant we walked in.
Okay. I was waiting for the rest of your party to confirm that they're going in.
Are you confirming? Yep. Okay, there we go.
Yep, I'm going in. I can't speak for everybody else, but
All right.
Oh
You
my
guys should now.
God.
You guys should now see the map.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, can move me.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I replaced the tokens real quick while you guys were talking there. Okay. So
can
you enter into this first room. What you see before you is an empty room. You as you walk in, like I said, you see the empty room. You start to hear this sound that sounds like a clock, which you should all be hearing right now. It seems to be very distant, but you can definitely hear it. As you walk through the front door and step into this room, you hear,
Okay.
everybody hear that okay?
No,
I
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, no. I didn't hear anything.
What? You don't
I
hear the ticking
didn't
sound?
hear anything.
I don't even hear the ticking.
No, I don't hear anything. He goes, "What?" So I was like, making sure his hearing's okay.
I see that's supposed to be playing.
Do you hear now?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Go into your settings real quick. Go to audio and video and see what your master of music volume level is set at.
Both and
Mine's at
both
All
are
the way up.
maxed.
Okay. Yeah, that's a first. Yeah, I can't.
Sorry, all powerful DM.
No, you're fine. Can you hear that now?
Nope.
Nope.
I can
That's-
hear it.
Oh, I heard it for a second. I heard something,
Yeah.
Heard
but
one.
it didn't went away.
It goes through my
Huh.
microphone. I can hear it through my phone, but I can't hear it through like the Discord, obviously. So I
Well, it's
mute
not through
myself to
Discord. It
hear
should be through Roll20. Just like
Yeah.
how when
Yeah.
I mean, I heard something
Y-
for a quick
yeah,
second.
I mute myself so that I could hear it through my phone.
Mm. Oh, I heard another. Oh, I hear it. Okay, it's
that
going.
might be. Okay.
That's going through someone's phone. Okay.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay.
Oh.
Then let's.
Why is it working on his and not ours?
Yeah, unless you've got your browser muted, I don't know.
I
There's
checked
literally
it.
nothing else I can do.
I checked it and there's not a mute on the browser.
Okay. Let me try this. Hold on. Is that better?
Would you like a good answer or the wrong?
I don't. I do. Yeah, okay.
It's not working still. Not on mine.
Okay. Yep. It's not working. We're gonna move on. That's a bummer because that kind of really. That was part of this. It's gonna be fun. Okay. Well, never mind.
I mean,
Figure that out.
we could just still play it through my phone, I guess, but
Oh, we could do that too.
And that's fine. Just go ahead.
So you hear the ticking off in the distance. And then you hear a voice say, as you step through the door, you hear a voice say,
structural instability detected at 120 minutes remaining till structural collapse.
Well, that's reassuring.
So 3 hours.
Lovely.
Sounds like the freaking computer from Star Trek.
120 minutes is 2 hours.
I'm too tired for math.
You're fine.
All
Before
right.
you, what you see are circles, glyphs on the floor. On the wall to the south, which would be to your right as you walk in the door, is along near the floor, probably say like 3 feet just above the floor, are vents that are kind of interspersed along the wall, and through it you can see fire flickering and glowing through there. Above that, in about the center of the wall, kind of with torches, sconces to either side of it, you see writing on the wall. And that's all you see.
Zombie, I'm going to need
Can I-
help on some stuff, just so you know. First and foremost, before anybody says anything, I'm casting Healing Elixir right now.
Casting what?
Healing Elixir.
Okay.
And I didn't have time to cast it, rest, and cast another one, Zombie, so... I also... hold on. The two things that I have... Okay, so... Should I cast any of those two, Zombie, or should I just leave it right now?
I don't know. I can't remember what you have.
Mage Hand and Prestidigitation.
Oh, neither one of those would help. Not at
Okay.
this moment.
Okay, that's all I needed then. That's it. So Healing Elixir is the one I need. That's it.
Okay.
And
Okay,
go ahead.
I want to step forward and examine the wall.
The wall with the writing?
Yes.
So when you first look at the writing, the letters are constantly jumbling and constantly changing. Each individual letter is going through various scripts of various languages, most of which you don't understand. But as you approach the wall, the letters kind of settle out. And you realize... What languages do you speak?
I think I just speak Common and Draconic. Yep.
Okay. You realize that the language is in Draconic.
Okay.
Does anybody else look at the wall?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a gander at it.
Okay. You see the same thing. The letters are jumbling and moving and changing. And as you all start to move to look at the wall, you all actually realize that they are actually, the message that you read is in your native language. But you don't know that you're the only one that can read that in your native language. You assume that the others are seeing it in that same language. You don't realize that it's not.
So I approach the wall and look as well. Let me come down.
Yeah. What
I look
you all
over-
see... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I look over at everyone and I say, it seems fairly odd that a sort of time chamber would be written in Draconic, would it not? I feel like it's not exactly a language known for such sophisticated magic and technology.
Draconic? It's not in Draconic.
What? It very clearly is.
First of all, I can read it, and I cannot read Draconic.
Okay,
It's
there's
in-
something more.
What do
here
I
then.
speak? Just English? What would it be called?
Common.
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 It's clearly written in Common.
I
have too
see
many
Elvish.
languages.
Elfish?
Interesting.
It's not an Elvish. That's just Elfish of you to say.
Do I also see it in Inferno since I also have that language proficiency?
It's your native tongue.
No, it's your native. It's your native.
Aw.
Whatever your racial language would be. Yeah.
Boo.
Sorry.
Okay, so can I ask them all if like that equals the same kind of like phrase, I guess, or if they say different things in our different tongues?
No, it all translates to the same. I can tell you, it would all translate into the same message.
And what's the message,
message-
say?
The message that you see says, "Twin and twin, a mirrored gate. Four in form shall seal your fate. Mark the pair, then mark again. The path ignites by doubled pen. Not one, not three, the pattern true. The secret lies in 2 and 2.
Wonderful, a riddle.
Blaze, take that. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, really would have loved to have him here.
Yeah,
Oh,
he would
well,
love
I'm
this right
just-
now.
Ourselves.
I'm just kind of keeping watch while they're doing that. Just kind of, so somebody's at least keeping a lookout for any potential threats that could manifest.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is that where you're standing?
Yes, just kind of in the middle of the room, keeping an eye on everything.
Talos
as
will
you-
be right next to you.
Okay,
Just
as
curious
you and
about
Talos are standing there, you notice that the glyph in front of you, as you've approached it, starts to dimly light up, and as you get closer to the glyph, you can see it starts to get brighter.
Okay.
I kind of look back at him and see what's going on.
Is it that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
I kind of step over just a little bit just to see what he's doing. Like,
As you step past that glyph right there, that is to the right of you, it does the same thing. It starts to dimly glow, and as you approach it, it starts to get brighter.
I'm going to step on it.
4 and 4.
The glyph will come. The glyph will become as it come to its brightest intensity, and it's it's a blue light that kind of engulfs you. And after about 3 seconds, it will flash. You get a bright red flash, and I need everybody in the room to make a dex saving throw.
Okay, thanks.
Roll.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Let's see.
Son, I got a nat 1.
Oh!
Okay, I got.
Saving throw.
Be gentle. I didn't step on it. He did.
That
I got-
that is a
I got
16.
I got a
Got a
13.
17.
I got a 7.
To be fair, I got a 4, but the nat 1 still is a nat 1.
That one
So you-
trumps it.
Well, it's a saving throw, so you're
It doesn't count
there's
too
not
much.
gonna. Well, you're not going to have anything untowardly negative from the nat 1.
Okay,
so,
good.
And so let's just put it this way: anybody who got a 13 or higher, you will take 1 fire damage.
Oh crap.
Anybody who got less than a 13 will take 2 fire damage. The grates on the south wall. As this happens, you see the grates on the south wall. The fires brighten, and this wave of fire from east wall to west wall. And when I give directions, I'm talking about orientation here on this map that we are looking at. So north is actually obviously to the top, west is to the left. East to west, a wall of flame moves through the chamber, all the way across to the north wall. So from south to north.
So where the flame is now, it just moves up.
Basically, yeah, from where it's at, it just
Yeah.
it creates another flame wall, and it just moves
It
across.
pushes
The
it up,
flames
yeah.
actually stay in the crate, yeah.
Looking.
And the glyph that Lacritus is standing on is no longer glowing.
Well, I'll step off of it.
Don't do that again.
Dude,
Uh,
hold on, Phoenix,
does-
turn to me. Do you still have your eyebrows?
Barely, at
Probably
least
not.
half
Yeah.
of one at least.
Yeah, same old. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks.
Hey, I look look over at the wall again. Mind reading us out that riddle one last time?
Twin and twin, a mirrored gate. 4 in form shall seal your fate. Mark the pair, then mark again. The path ignites by doubled pen. Not 1, not 3, the pattern true. The secret lies in 2 and 2.
All right.
The two of us.
Something
have to
tells
step
me.
on a plate.
We're gonna have to step
Yeah,
on these.
something
at the same
tells me the
time.
two of us have to step on a plate. But
Which ones?
2 and 2.
I mean, that could be the 2 at the top, 2 towards the north, 2 towards the bottom, or 2 towards the east, or 2 towards the west.
The one that Lacertus stepped on is no longer glowing, so probably not that one.
Yeah, but who's to say it's not going to do it again once we gravitate to it?
Is that where you're
Because
standing at, Lacertus? Hold on.
Yeah.
Is that where you're standing at, Lacertus?
Yeah, I just stepped off of it.
Okay. After a few moments, you see that the rune does start to glow again because you're near it.
There you go.
Not at the brightness, not at its full intensity, but that gradual, brighten up that it did earlier.
So 2 and 2. Would that be us stepping on it together once, one at a time? Like, so 2 of us go one time and the 2 go on at the second time. You know what I'm saying?
Hydralis, the one that you moved up towards, it starts to grow. It starts to glow with the same intensity as the ones that Lacertus and Phoenix are standing near.
Okay. Can I examine the glyphs themselves between this one and this one? Can I see if they're the
Ayla.
same pattern?
Ayla, I need you to make a dex saving throw for me, please.
Shouldn't have moved there.
I need you to make a dex saving throw for me, please.
12.
12.
Well,
Hold on
I
a
was
second.
here, so I walk up via corners and go there.
Oh,
What do you mean?
just
Just
came up short.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as a piece of the ceiling falls, and
That one spot was bad.
okay. Hydralis, you were asking me something. Sorry.
It tells me we're taking too much time.
Okay. Are the glyphs the same? I look between these two glyphs. This one and this one. Are they the same glyph or are they different?
All 4 glyphs are identical.
All right. Okay. I'm taking a shot in the dark here. All right. Lacertus and I will step on the glyphs that we're next to. Ignis, step on the glyph that's next to Talos.
Nope.
Phoenix,
No.
step on that glyph.
No, not 4. Not 4. 4 seals your fate.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you not remember that?
Ooh.
We said 2 and 2.
2.
So we got to do 2 at a
Okay.
time. But I don't know which 2 are the 2. But I'm willing to take that chance. What about you, Lacertus?
I don't know what it said, so
So we tell him
no
and
one said
fill
it
in.
out loud.
Well, I mean, we tell him and let him know what it says. Although he can read it, right?
yeah, but I didn't approach it, so because I
Yeah.
was watching.
So I
Boring.
explained to him what it said and fill him in on it and tell him I think him and I, if it's okay, or she and I, if it's okay, let's get on to these 2 where we're by and see what happens. On the count of 3.
Well, if you're talking about the twin, then there's only 4 people here that are of the same, from what I can see, species. Me and Hydralis, and you, Phoenix, and Ignis.
Well, why don't you pair up them with Hydralis and then Ignis come up on your spot and we can see what happens when you guys jump on first.
Right on the side here.
No, that's my side. Go to the other side.
What are you on about?
Fine, I'll
Go
move
to
over
the
to his.
glyph.
I'll move over here.
All right.
All
Okay.
right then.
Where you guys are all standing at, all 4 runes are glowing with the same intensity. They're not the full brightness, but they are all glowing at this point.
At this point, I kind of direct Talos to go step back a couple spots over here, just in case.
He skips.
I reach over and give him
All right.
pets, scratching him, and move back. All right. So who wants to go first?
I suppose
I-
we will.
I think you need to
only
do it at
live
the same
once.
time.
No.
On three?
What? Watch her hit another trap. That'd be hilarious. No. All right.
So on three then?
On you and I, Ignis, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nope.
Are you
The
drunk?
runes-
Accidentally stepped over.
Right. The runes come to their full brightness and glow there for just a few seconds.
Okay.
So what happened?
All of a
think we should-
sudden, go ahead.
All right. Never mind. Nope.
All of a
Don't wanna-
sudden,
don't want to chance it.
all of the runes go out, and you all need to make a dex saving throw.
Dang it.
Oh, great.
We should.
Can't get any worse than 1, right?
17 again.
Oh
Ha!
no, I can.
Well, I'll just tell you. Okay.
I got
I'll just
22.
make this easy. Everybody do the roll. Anybody that got
Yep.
over a 13, you will take. Well, 1 minute.
I rolled a 23. So
Anybody that got over a 13 will take 2 fire damage. Anybody that anything that's a 13 or higher is 2 fire damage. Anything that is lower is 1 fire damage, or is 4 fire damage.
4. Okay, I was
I
gonna
gotta do
say,
math.
want a lower roll? Jeez, that's a first.
No. I had to do math.
Twist.
No. Yep. So 2
This is
for
backwards
2 for
D&D.
success, right? Well, this is a time vault.
Oh, that's true. What a twist.
Anyways.
So 4 damage for those who rolled lower?
Yeah,
Who rolled lower than a 13 is 4 damage. Yep.
I got 2.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Are you guys continuing to stand on those glyphs?
I mean,
I
there's really
mean-
no point. It's already like proven that nothing good comes from that, so I'm stepping off.
I'll step off as well. Since you
Okay.
stepped off, because I don't want to mismatch.
After a few seconds, all the glyphs glow back to the brightness that they were of when your guys are standing next to them.
All right. Obviously, this is something we got to get past. Did anybody
really?
check to see if if there's a door there and if it's open?
There
Pretty
is a
sure.
door that is behind Ayla. However, it is a solid slab of stone. There are no
Okay.
keyholes. There are no doorknobs. There are nothing.
Ayla, knock on that door, will you?
Own.
Maybe somebody will answer. You don't know that.
Housekeeping.
You want me fluff your pillow? All right.
Okay, what do you
So
guys do?
read it off
think-
again one
I
more
think-
time. Read the note again.
Read it off. Okay, so do you
Yes.
want me to read it off, or do you
Mhm.
want another hint, or do you want a hint? Let me
Read
do both. Let me-
do both.
let me do
read
both.
read it first.
Twin and twin, a mirrored gate. 4 in form shall seal your fate. Mark the pair, then mark again. The path ignites by doubled pen. Not 1, not 3, the pattern true. The secret lies in 2 and 2.
I
Now
think-
the hint. The
I think-
hint.
Well, I was gonna say I think we should have stayed on there, Ignis, and let them go after us. I think that's probably where we
The-
messed up. But go ahead.
Can we
The hint. You guys were very close by simultaneously stepping on at least 2 of the glyphs.
They have to step on it again.
Hmm.
Watch us
By
die
having 2 of you step on the glyphs simultaneously, you were very close. And with the plan of where you guys are standing at, you had very close.
Okay.
So twin and
so-
twin needs to be. Maybe it is that we all have to jump onto there, but it's got to be simultaneously and with your twin or your
Mhm.
counterpart.
Yeah, maybe the whole sealed fate is if you don't do
Don't.
your kin, like your lookalike.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we got nothing better. Let's do it.
All right.
Yep.
On 3.
Well-
1, 2, 3.
Allowing for internet delay. As you all step on the glyphs, all 4 glyphs glow to their full brightness again. And after a few seconds, they flash green. And the door behind Ayla starts to grind open.
Do not pass
Which
go.
reveals that.
Okay. So if it's green, I'm assuming we could step off. Ayla,
Yes.
I'd back up a little bit.
The door's open.
Yeah, I will back up. I'm gonna sit right here where she was and check for traps anywhere.
No
and
traps.
Kind of see if I can peek ahead.
All you see is just down to, there is a door. Let me see if I can reveal it without revealing anything else. There's a
All
door.
I see is a hallway.
It's a very short hallway, and it's just a door on the other side. It essentially
All
looks
right.
like an airlock. It's
All right,
essentially
so
an
it's
airlock.
okay. So there's the door right there.
Okay.
All
Yep.
right.
And
I
that
checked-
door is closed.
Well, I checked for traps, but now he just moved over there before.
We,
We're
on a time crunch.
He
Sorry,
also
go
said
ahead.
that there's no traps. So
Well, yeah, you didn't see any traps on the door that you were checking, but at the same time, as Hydraulis moves down the hallway, the door that's in front of you starts to automatically grind open,
Kind of
revealing this room. What you see before you is a room. The floor is made of glass. Chickens.
I'm not the tank.
What you see is the floor is made of glass, and embedded in the floor are giant gears as if on a clock. And the ticking sound that you hear has gotten much louder. It almost feels like that this room is the heart, the driving engine of the room, of the vault, basically. You can see the gears moving underneath the floor, and across the room you see another door, and you see 2 suits of armor to either side, and that's all you see in this room.
Is this a door right here?
That is a doorway, yes.
Was that another one?
I'm gonna lean over to Hydraulis and go, I'll bet you 2 silver those suits of armor will move at some point and attack us.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Wait, and attack them first.
Don't.
Because on the off chance they don't, I don't want to piss them off.
Tick them off. Tick them off.
Phoenix, roll me a dex save.
Because where I'm at.
Yeah.
Just roll me a dex save.
It's brick time.
I got a 17.
You managed to dodge out of the way as another piece of ceiling falls where you were standing.
Was this? She was standing here first. I just put myself in her spot.
Yes, and then the wall fell.
Okay.
Jeez, at least I didn't get a damage. So, woo! Holy crap!
You're right behind me. Keep talking.
I want to very carefully step onto the glass and see if it'll hold my weight.
All you hear is the thump, 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 like you would, as if you've ever walked across like a glass bridge at, like, say, an amusement park or a national park or something like that. All you hear is thump, thump, thump of your boots walking on the glass. Nothing else happens.
I'll shimmy my way up. Go follow you right here.
You hear the same thing, just thump, thump.
So at this point, I take to the ceiling, and I move right here on the ceiling.
Oh, I grabbed you.
What the heck? Get out of my spot! I told you if that happened, I would end my stream. And I'm not kidding. Move.
Okay,
Get out of my spot.
I went to go grab mine. Your character went on top of mine. My character was there first, so shut
Woman, I swear.
Woman.
Chilton.
Hey, I have a question, DM. How high is the ceiling?
It's only it's a typical ceiling height, so maybe 10 feet. Yeah,
Good
maybe
to
10
know.
feet.
So I can't hit Phoenix. Got it.
We're kind of on time punch here. Can we move this along?
I walk up to one of the suits and I want to investigate it.
As you cross the room halfway, the suits start to power up. You see the centers. What you see of these suits looks very similar. Let me find my thing real quick so that you know what you're looking at. This is what you see on those suits, and in these the gear that's in the center of their chest starts to glow the orange, and the eye that's in the center of their helmet starts to glow orange. This happens as you hit the halfway point of the room, and the suits power up. And we need to now roll initiative.
I would have flat out told you to back up if you would have went slowly.
It's fine.
He said, "No, I'm
It's
gonna go right
fine.
here."
Woo! Natural 20.
That's a first.
It's an initiative roll, so but good for you. So that's a 21 for you.
Yeah, but that means he gets to go first, possibly. Finally.
Yeah.
I got a 5.
Ignis, you got a
I got a
total?
5.
Yeah, I got a 5. I rolled a 2, and then with my initiative, it totals up to 5. So
Wow.
I got
Okay,
16.
Phoenix. Ayla.
5.
Oof. Who's
My initiative is 2.
is 2? Hydralis, or I'm sorry, Ignis. Yours is what?
3.
3. You're gonna go before. So, you're gonna go before Ayla.
Hooray.
And then Lacritus.
7.
7. Okay. Cool. Let me make one quick edit here. Because what I'm using didn't save. Ooh. Okay. Hydralis, you're up.
All right. I noticed the machines were to life. Do I notice that they're about to try and attack me?
Is that the question?
I would assume.
Is that the question you were asking me, or is that?
No. This is just yeah.
Okay. Yes. The
Okay.
suits as you reach the halfway point, the suits powered up, and you hear them say, "Go no further. You are not authorized."
I assume that was at the halfway point.
Yes.
Asking how we get authorization.
Authorization.
Yeah. You guys validate parking?
Our fish.
It's like we got our own.
Validate parking.
We got our horses out parked out back.
I see no other option. So I got a okay, I got a 20 to hit.
Ooh.
You got a 20 to hit. That will hit.
I was about to say, if that
Okay.
does not hit, I'm gonna cry.
And then I will
Wait, nope, hold on.
No.
You rolled it. You.
Oh. It was a dirty 20.
Roll at disadvantage. The other suit of arm. Oh wait, never mind. You're good. It'll hit.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what the heck? I'm leaving this freaking temple.
I forgot where they were parked. Go ahead.
Okay. Altogether, I do 7.
7 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Well.
Okay.
Guess I'm next, unless one of those guys
Wait a minute.
retaliate.
Dang it.
Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby. Phoenix.
All right. So I am going to move down 1, and I am going to attempt to go after him with a sneak attack and my regular attack, since I can, because he has one person within 5 feet. I can learn.
I'm so proud of you.
All right, here we go. Let me roll.
Got
22. No. Yeah, 22.
That'll hit.
All right, so I got to roll a D8. Pretty little diamond. D8. 6 on that, and then I got to roll 4. 2d6. Okay. So 6, 12, 15 altogether.
15 altogether, you said?
Yep, I got 6 on the regular roll, a 6 on the d6. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. 15, 16, 18 altogether. I forgot my piercing.
Okay.
I have to pick up the slack, Blaze isn't here.
So hey, somebody has to.
That's a good attack though.
Yep. All right. This. Ooh, let's get on the right tool.
It was quite powerful though, apparently, because that much damage. Whew. Uh-oh.
This defender will move into position here, and will attack.
Hydralis?
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Will attack
Surprise.
Lacritus.
Okay.
Let's see here, Neo.
Take one for the team.
Big one. Yeah, right. You can do it. No, it will not, because it can't reach you.
Okay.
It will attack Hydralis. So.
Sorry, bud.
I've been through worse.
What's your health at, Hydralis? Like maximum, and what is it currently at?
Maximum is 40 and it's at 35.
Okay, just checking.
You have. Oh,
Wow, this stat block is.
Yeah. Well, I'm up to 34, but I've got 30.
fire.
Yeah. Fire.
Fire.
You're
This
fired.
stat block is horrible. I didn't realize how bad this was. So
fired.
we're just gonna.
Our DM must be sleepy.
DM, no, the DM didn't realize how horrible this was. Will a 10 hit?
Last I checked, no.
Is it a magical 10? It probably still won't.
It's not a magical 10. No, I had to do some math in my head real quick. Okay.
Oh.
Well, he rolled really, really low. Okay, that's the first attack. Second attack.
I saw the smoke coming out of your head. That's why I was wondering.
You right. Will a 16 hit?
Nope.
His is
Dang.
18, right?
Okay.
Yours is,
No?
or did it go up?
Hey.
Nope, it's still 18.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. I need Lacritus. I need you to roll me a
Yes.
dex save.
Okay. 17.
17. You dodge out of the way of a piece of ceiling that falls where you were standing.
Okay.
So does it just randomly do that? Like, because it's collapsing eventually? I'm assuming that's what it is.
I don't know.
Time's falling in on itself. That's what's happening.
Literally.
And Lacritus, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to use one of the uses of my breath weapon. And both of them, it's a 30-foot line. They both need to make a dex save.
They both need to make a dex save. Of course they do.
Kill him now.
While you are doing that and getting your while you're doing that and you're getting your attack lined up and all that, I'm not going to try to play the next file, but so I'm just going to say it. You hear the same voice say structural instability detected. 90 minutes till structural collapse.
Okay.
And we kind of burned a lot of time.
Right?
Ah.
All right. You want a dex save. So you want a 19.
They got a 19.
Yes, on their dex save.
Okay, that
They roll-
that passes.
That passes. Okay.
So 3 damage, cold halved.
3 damage, cold half.
To both of them.
Okay. To both of them? Okay.
Yeah, because it was a line.
Ah, yes, you did say that.
Aren't you glad you have someone that knows what they're doing?
And then his bonus action. Come on, do it. That first one, I'm gonna hex. I realized I should have done that first.
Okay.
After I said what I was doing. And strength is going to be the
Is that gonna be
stat.
their stat? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. So it remind me again real quick off the top of your head. It disadvantage on strength saving throws.
It's just on chosen ability checks.
Right. So okay, so it's gonna be on strength. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, do you want to go ahead since I'm gonna be nice and let you, do you wanna roll your hex damage?
Sure. So that would be an additional 3 necrotic.
3 necrotic. Okay, to the one that's directly in front of you?
Yes.
Okay.
He got to be close
All
to
right.
that store. Like,
He's beat up, he's dinged, but you know, they're robots, so they don't really show emotion or anything like that. Ignis, it's your turn.
I drop Hunter's Mark on this big man.
Okay.
And then, 1, 2, 3, move right here, and I fire an arrow at him.
does it hit?
Yeah, we're gonna see.
We're gonna find out here in a minute.
That is a 15 to hit.
Just not hit.
Ah, shame. Anyways, and then Talos, I guess you'll see Cubby right here behind Ayla,
Okay.
and then that's our turn.
Okay. Speaking of Ayla, it's your turn.
I am going to.
Thunder wave.
The time is
See, no,
right.
I have to be like here. No, I'm gonna cast Tree Strike on this one and get my bow ready.
Okay. Find something different for True Strike because the one I put on the other one actually makes sense for that. You know what? We're just going to mark it here. There we go. All right.
So I shall have an advantage next turn.
Next turn. Okay. Is that it?
That's all I can do because that's one action right there.
Okay. The Clockwork Defender in front of you, Lacridus,
Mm-hmm.
is going to turn and attack you.
Okay.
Excuse me. That I can pretty much guarantee is not going to hit. That would be a 13.
That is a miss.
Okay. And then he's going to do it again. Please be high this time. Please be high this time. That'll miss too. That's a 15.
That is a miss.
Why are you failing me?
It's funny.
He picks up
Back to the top.
He picks up his little action figure and looks at it. Why are you failing me?
Back to the top, Hydralis.
Okay, I'll attack the one that is Hunter, the one in front of me. The one that does not look so good. Ooh. That's not great.
What do you? Okay, no, I'm just gonna. What do you mean? Are you talking from the floor? The floor is
Yeah,
glass.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Hold on.
Okay. Let's see. Be a little more clearer. Okay.
Tick, tick, tick.
Doc.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I rolled a 7. I have 8. I doubt that hits.
Right underneath the glass.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
There's no space gap between.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. You rolled a 7 and an 8.
I rolled a 7, but with my initiative is not initiative. With my weapon, I'm stupid.
Nah.
So it didn't sound right.
Okay, altogether I got 13.
You got 30. That doesn't hit.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Phoenix.
All right. I am again. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go after this one since they're still within 5 feet. Of Hydralis. I still get my sneak attack. So. 21.
21 is what you got total.
21. All right.
The first defender, the one that's between Lacritus and Hydralis, will activate its defensive protocol. Roll again, and whichever is the lower number, you're rolling it. Basically, you're rolling at disadvantage.
All right. So I still get my +5 attack added on though, right?
You still get the +5 attack, but you're going to have a different dice roll this time. So whatever number ends up being lower,
I got a 19.
is the one you're going to use. You got 19, so that's your total?
Yes.
Okay, that will still hit.
Okay, good. All right, so of course I'm still attacking the one on the bottom. So let me roll my D8. 7, 8, 9. That's 10 piercing damage on that, and then let's roll 2 of these. 13, 18 altogether.
18. Okay. He's looking dinged up, but still standing strong, just like the other one.
All right. I'm hoping you guys could take out the other one that way, because I probably would have just taken out the other one, but you know, I figured a little damage on both.
Defender number 2 is going to move. Oh, you know what? No, he can attack from there. He's going to stay there. And he's going to attack Hydralis.
All right.
Broad shoulders, Hydralis. Broad shoulders.
21.
Ooh. Well,
Yeah,
that
hits.
That definitely hits.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Does Shield Mastery help me with anything like that?
Ayla.
Okay.
I need Ayla. I need you to roll me a dex save.
Dang it. I don't like this.
Fail it.
Just kill
Fail it.
me.
Fail it.
That was a nat 1.
Yes! Yes! Thank you.
So not
Jesus.
Can I use something to what is it called? Reaction? Or
not
no?
I mean
Okay.
not really.
Oh.
And unfortunately, since it's a nat 1, not only are you going to take the 3 bludgeoning damage, but enough of the ceiling came down and caught you by surprise that it knocked your bow out of your hand.
Oof.
Yikes.
You know it's a bad thing when
Not
he
to me
just
again,
randomly
Phoenix.
says your
Do it.
name. When he just randomly says your name, like Ignis. Uh-oh.
Okay. So our defender actually hit Hydraulis.
Yep.
Okay, so I need one of these. You will take 10 slashing damage.
Oh. All right.
And then it will hold its next attack. It's not going to do anything. Lacritus, your turn.
What's your health at, Hydraulis?
25.
Okay.
So I am going to attack with. I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade
Ooh, good one.
and then attack the one in front of me.
Okay.
What's Green Flame Blade do?
Nothing, because I miss horribly.
Oh! Alright, well, never mind. Never mind.
Oh, but you roll so impeccably when it comes to maiming us.
Yeah.
That's how it usually is when you DM.
Mm-hmm.
You play the dungeon master, your rolls are good. As a player, they suck.
I'm having the exact opposite. I'm having the exact opposite problems. As a player, my rolls are amazing. As the DM, my rolls are just suck.
I'm okay with that, though. Either way.
We have that roof tile under Phoenix Falls, so then he just falls with it.
that would be funny.
You hush. I'm trying to hurry up and get down off of the ceiling but I'm not going to use an action to do it.
I just lost
That
my
is
die.
the end of my turn.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I was hoping y'all forgot I was actually up there, but, you know. Ayla, of course.
I knew you were. Oh, no. I knew you were up there. Trust me. Okay. Ignis, it's your turn.
All right. Gonna take another shot at him. So, just another shot at the marked man.
Do it.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. Defender. The other defender is going to activate its defensive protocol. So do the same. Roll again and take the lower number.
No.
Should have attacked the same one as me. He couldn't have done that then, right? Because he used it already.
So with that, I got a 16. So I'm gonna take with the disadvantage that is a 16.
So it will miss. So it will miss.
Jeez.
And there it goes. My hopes and dreams.
Sorry, I didn't mean to crush him.
Ayla. But wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
As Talos, like, can I do a bit of a unique action with Talos?
Sure, go ahead.
Can he, since he's right next to her, can he, like, reach down and give her bow back?
I was gonna ask, can I do like a pack animal thing with Talos and go raptor form and attack the thing?
I mean, raptors aren't necessarily high in hell.
Gonna do something.
That would be really cool if he could actually pick that up and give it to me.
Could I do that as a check? You know what? Yeah, go ahead. I like that.
All right. Well, then, as an action, Talos will, go down, pick up the bow, and gently hand it back to Ayla.
Okay.
And then that is
I
his
say
turn.
thank you and pet the raptor.
He's happy.
Does it have tiny little bite marks in it now?
Yes.
Oh, he didn't like. Well, maybe. I guess if you want, he could be a little aggressive with it. But like he
was doing it hastily.
He's well trained, but yeah. I guess if you want to, like, it has a little bit of bite mark on it. He put a little bit of force under the stress of the situation. But yeah, that's our turn.
It's gonna be funny. It just snaps as she draws back, like, crap!
Smack her in the face, like.
Roll another nat one and see what happens. No.
Right. Ayla, it's your turn.
All right, so with my bow back, I'm gonna aim for the one that I casted True Strike on and
Okay.
try to hit it.
And the True Strike gives advantage on the roll, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And the bow is
The-
strength, right?
The other defender will activate its defensive protocol, so it's a straight roll.
They're spamming.
They're wasting our time. Yeah.
That's the well. It's in the name.
I mean,
Okay. Never mind. It doesn't hit. Screw my hit.
NRG.
Sorry.
Is that who we're facing? Clockwork.
Literally.
NRG.
Clockwork NRG.
Yeah, they got
NRG. Oh, that's
fusion.
funny. Yeah.
they got Russian accents.
My other dice hates me.
NRG.
I'm not using that dice.
Oh, okay.
NRG.
The Clockwork
They kind of
defender
look like
is-
that. Sorry.
Goes
go
to
ahead.
jail.
They could, yeah. The
Do you
Clockwork
know
defender
Ben
that is-
10?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I was just checking. All right,
Yes.
go ahead.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're referring. I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
Okay.
The Clockwork defender that is between Lacridus and Hydralis there is going to turn back and attack Hydralis. No, it's not. He's going to attack Lacridus again.
Yeah.
Come at.
Roll high. Roll high. That's a 17.
17.
Yes.
That is a miss.
Dang it. He's gonna try again. And since I got the exact same number, I'm not even gonna try. Back to the top. Back to the top. Hydralis, it's your go.
Okay. I roll a.
Nat 1.
Ooh, that's not great. Okay. Altogether, I have 17.
17. Defensive protocol. Roll again and take the lower number.
Ah, I see what their armor class is now.
Yep, me
Okay,
too.
Okay. Yeah, I still have. It would still be 17.
Dang.
It'll hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yep.
So their armor class is 17.
Oh.
He's not saying anything, which we know now.
Okay.
You
Okay.
could be right. You could be wrong. I'm not verifying anything.
Well, a 16 didn't hit, but
I
a
got-
17 does.
I got-
So
I got 10 altogether.
You got 10 altogether. Okay.
Yep.
And that's the one that's right there in front of you, correct?
Yep.
he
Okay.
dead, right? He gone.
Nope.
Oh
He's
my
hurt- he's hurting.
gosh.
He's hurting. There's cracks in his armor. There's dings in his armor. There's you know, you can start to see some of the clockwork mechanisms underneath.
Aim for the
But
gears.
he's still standing.
All right, so
Phoenix, your turn.
all right.
And yes, to answer your question, yes, the AC is 17. So you figured
It's-
because you figured it out.
I rolled an 18. That has 22. 23.
23 defensive protocol.
All right. Oh, and also I'm going after this guy. I want to try to finish him off.
Okay. Yeah, good idea.
I rolled a 15. It's 20. So, also
20?
yeah,
Double
20
hit.
is what it was. So I'm gonna roll sneak attack again, but first let me 7. 15 altogether.
15 total damage?
Yes.
That's impressive. Good job. Yep. Okay.
Well, I rolled a 4, and then I have 3 piercing damage onto that, so that's 7. And then I rolled 2 more 4s on the 6-sided die. So I rolled nothing but 4s.
was that a crit or was that just a straight the dirty 20?
What do you mean?
Was that a nat 20 or was that a nat 20 that you rolled or was that a dirty 20?
It was dirty.
You had to add to.
It was dirty.
30. Okay. That's fine. Not a big deal. All right, he is really, really hurting. One of his arms is kind of out of socket. You can kind of see sparks starting to fly from various joints and openings in, on the thing, but it's still standing.
I'm still standing.
The one that's in front of the door is going to actually going to attack Ignis.
No.
Make a dex save for me, Phoenix. Ignis.
Oh, right. You're on
Thank
stop
goodness.
for a second.
Yes, it did.
That is Dex. That is a 24.
That is a 24.
Oh gosh.
Dang. You take
Can he catch the rock
Take
and throw it at
4.
the guy?
you take 4 force damage.
All right. Ow.
I know, right?
What's your health down to?
35.
Oh, look at you.
Right.
What?
Laxative.
What did I do?
Did you say laxative? Oh, I love it.
I said Lacritus, but no, I'm laughing because Ayla's over there. And it's like she hasn't even taken any damage yet. Oh no, she has from the.
Ceiling jump.
Ayla, what is your what is
All the
your
rocks in the fire.
what's your health at?
I don't want to talk about it.
Tell me, seriously.
3.
17.
Okay.
This entire time that we've been in here, I've taken 10 damage, not from the boss.
I mean yeah. All right, Lacritus, it's your turn.
Okay. I was waiting for the commotion to die down.
Yeah, no, I was doing.
I'm gonna green flame blade guy in front of me.
Okay.
I'm not using those dice anymore.
I'm not using those dice anymore.
That's literally what I did with mine.
I miss in case you were guessing.
Phoenix, roll me a dex save.
Looks like I may have to use what I
Finally.
It's time to pay the piper.
Let's see. Where's
Time's up.
dex? Where's my dex? 3. 17.
17.
Sorry, I was on another
Really?
page on my character sheet.
You're fine. A 17, huh?
Yeah.
You managed to actually step enough out of the way that the ceiling, that part of the ceiling that you were standing on, when it collapses, you actually are able to kind of jump over and avoid falling with the debris.
Can I have it land on Ayla?
No.
Dang
I'm
it.
not under you.
All right, awesome.
Lacritus, your turn.
I just went.
Yeah, he just went.
Oh, that's right. You're not using those dice anymore. That's right.
Yep.
Hey,
Ignis, your turn.
All right. Again, I'm gonna try and shoot the guy with my hunter's mark.
I misspoke
That
character.
is a dirty 20.
Nice.
A dirty 20. We'll go ahead and hit. Which one are you doing? The one you got hunter's mark on?
Yep.
All right, do it.
So with
What? No more defenses? Are you out?
Nope, just chose not to use it this time.
okay, so that is 6 damage, but then with the hunter's mark on top of that, that will be just 7 since I rolled a 1 on the hit die. Or, the
Okay.
damage.
It is really, really hurting. But it is still standing.
Nah, I was considering having Talos run up there, but no, I can't.
Okay. Ayla,
That's our
your
turn.
turn. All right, Ayla.
And I've never heard somebody whine so much. Did you get
I
into
am
the
so
whine?
close to just true striking you off the ceiling. Or not
Well-
true strike, thunder wave.
Well, then,
Anyways,
you know,
I'm gonna try to hit this one with my bow again.
Okay.
It saw its true strike up, right?
Yeah.
Wait.
I think
I just
it's
looked at
only
your-
for one round.
I think it's only for one round.
One
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
I just looked it up this morning, and yeah, I already forgot. So.
Okay. 19, and its strength 1, so dirty 20.
That'll hit.
I don't know how much a bow does. I need to get that written down.
It's probably.
Depends on the bow. Short
It
bow or
depends on the
long
bow.
bow.
It's
Yeah.
short bow.
So
1d6.
1d6 plus your dex. No, plus. Should actually have a modifier on it.
Yeah, your dex.
Yeah.
Six, 8.
8. Okay.
My dex.
And.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
The defender that is between, or that's in front of Macratus is going to attack Hydralis. Lacratus, whatever. It's going to attack Hydralis.
All right.
That is going to be a 16, which I'm pretty sure misses.
Yep.
Yep. It's going to try again. And that is a 21.
All right.
So that will be wrong page.
Hey, I'm just happy you hit. You know, just for once. You know, you were getting really defeated morally, so I'm glad you got that hit.
There's 6. That's 6 slashing.
Okay.
Which one of us, Hydralis or me?
No, you.
Okay.
Because your rolls have been really crap for the most part.
Oh god, they have been bad. Okay. And then Hydralis, it's your turn.
Take him out, Hydralis.
All right. I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
I thought I was your inspiration.
Okay,
Can
that's
definitely
much
throw
better.
you at him.
Yeah.
Altogether, I got 25.
Jesus. Yes, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going down.
Oh yeah, with a vengeance.
All
You're
right,
aiming at the one in
and
front of you,
I
right?
Yeah, the one in front of me.
Okay, cool.
I do 11 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally. Get out of here.
All you needed was 2.
Sweet. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna do that thing that I asked you about. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, go
So, as he falls, can I pick up the body and slam it through the glass floor to try and wedge it into the gears?
Sure. Sure.
Are
Give
you
me
afraid?
He's getting
Jeez.
tired of the ticking.
He's gonna kill us all.
He's except for me. I'm on the ceiling.
Well, your time will come up eventually.
You hear that voice again. As you're doing this, you hear the voice say, structural instability detected. 16 minutes till structural collapse.
Oh, thanks.
Been fighting these guys for 20 minutes.
Give me a strength check.
Okay. Strength check. That would be.
That's just roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Okay, I got 18.
Cool. All you needed was an 11 because I really wanted to see this happen. So, yes, you succeed and you slam the body through the glass, shattering it in that location, wedging it in the gears. You see the gears try to turn and turn and turn, and then all of a sudden you hear this massive grinding sound as the gears come to a halt.
A broken clock can't tick down.
And you hear the ticking sound go away.
Well, that helps.
You're welcome.
Violence.
Phoenix.
All right.
Do your
So
thing.
I have a question to Zombie real quick. Zombie, with that elixir, it says it is an action. Now I guess I should more direct it towards you as well. It says it is an action, but am I able to use that as a bonus action, or is that just straight up an action?
What
Well,
is
so casting the spell is an action.
Yes, but
Using it would be the standard rules for a health potion.
Okay.
So basically, the spell allows him to summon a 24-hour, only one-time use standard potion to heal him.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, then yes, that would using the actual potion. Yeah, I would roll it the same way. It's on how it normally would work.
What if I moved like right here and kind of like handed it over per se? Would I be able to do that and it just be a bonus action?
Handing it off would be an action.
It would. So either way, I can.
Would it? Would it? How would? Wait. Yeah, it would be an action. Handing something to somebody in combat is an action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping you guys have this in hand. No pun intended. Well, maybe a little pun intended. I look at Ayla and I stretch out because I'm assuming I can stretch out standing up and she could reach up and grab it from me, right?
I mean, I assume she's just slightly over 5 feet tall, and that you're
Yeah.
slightly over 5 feet tall, and the ceiling is only 10 feet up. So yes.
Yeah. So I reach down and I hand her my potion, which gives you the able to drink it 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So, and then I just kind of move back over here.
Okay.
And end my turn.
All right. The second defender. Or
Nothing
the
to say,
defender,
Ayla? Nothing?
Nope.
Jeez. All right, go ahead.
The remaining defender will move up and will swing at Lacratus here in just a moment. Lacratus, whatever.
He can't say your name.
I will screw it up every time. I guarantee you I will. Ignis, I need you to roll me a dex save.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
That is. Let's see. That is another 24.
Jeez.
You move out of the way of part of the ceiling falling.
Yikes.
Okay. A 20 to hit you, Lacratus.
That is a hit.
I figured it would be. Okay. You take 12 slashing damage.
Ow.
Yeah. And that will be its turn. And now it's your turn.
Guys, I'll be right back in 1 second. I'll be gone like 30 seconds. BRB. Go ahead. Continue.
Let's see. So I'm going to move my hex to him, same stat. And now since there's only one enemy within range, green flame blade would be kind of pointless.
Pretty much.
So I'm just going to attack him with my longsword.
Okay. Roll your hit.
Really? You too.
You betrayed me.
I'm gonna start chucking all my dice across my room here in a minute.
Luckily, you have a lot of them.
In case you're curious. I mean, unless a 12 hits.
Nope, sorry.
Didn't figure it did.
Sorry.
Ignis,
go ahead.
AI roller here in a minute.
Okay. So I'm going to reapply. I'm going to wait. Hold on. That would still be a bonus action, right? To reapply the hunter's
Yes.
mark.
Yes.
Okay. And that wouldn't take up a spell, would it? Or would it?
Hunter's Mark is a
because-
spell slot.
I mean, it says
a leveled spell.
it is a leveled spell. Divination 1, but it says if the target drops to 0 hit points before this spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature.
Then no, it's not. It doesn't burn up a slot. So
Okay,
you're just burning up your bonus action.
I reapply it and I run up right on him for that sweet advantage.
All right, roll to hit.
Finally utilizing my new feat. Gonna unload an arrow right into his spine.
Nice,
Of
roll to
the back
hit.
of his spine.
And you get advantage because you got flanking.
Ooh, that is a net 20.
That will.
Yes!
Okay. So roll your damage.
So
He's the one I gave 18 damage to, right?
That is a 6. That is a 6 on the damage. So would that be doubled?
That would be, yes.
So that's 12 damage,
12.
and then with the hunter's mark,
which only applies once.
So 12, and that is 17 damage.
Oh yeah!
That's a nice hit. He's hurting, but he's still standing.
I'm still standing.
That's a nice hit.
Gotta make a statement.
I needed someone to make that hit. I mean, gosh, I gave up my freaking attack.
It's a nice hit. All right, and then is Talus doing anything, or is he still just hanging out?
Yeah, he's just can he like be alert just in case, like just look at the ceiling? This will mostly apply to Ayla since we're all out here and that won't apply to us, but like keep an eye up on the ceiling and like try and warn her ahead of time when something's about to fall.
Hello, you guys are also under a ceiling over there too.
Well, yeah, but you know, you're.
But the ceiling tends to find you.
We also have a broken floor, but
So you know, Talos is more or less just like looking out for you, basically.
That's fine. That'll work.
Yeah, that's our turn.
Okay, and then speaking of Ayla,
it's your turn.
It's your turn.
I thought you were about to say roll again. I was like,
No.
roll for dexterity.
Roll them.
I'm actually gonna move myself over here.
Yeah.
And then cast Healing Word. Can I do it to myself?
Wait, why don't you just use the thing I gave you and save your spell?
No.
Fine. Wow.
Wow.
greedy.
That is a principle if I've ever heard one.
D4 plus.
Douche canoe.
Never will I ever help her again.
That is a principle if I've ever heard one.
Doesn't that potion expire anyways?
After 24 hours. And I just cast it before we came in.
I get 7 back, yay.
Please let the ceiling fall on her again.
Not on Talos.
Not on Talos.
I'm right next to Talos. No.
Splash damage.
But it's block specific, so I mean it has been so far.
I mean, Talos has his eyes trained on the ceiling, so I guess he'll probably know ahead of time.
Okay. That's your go?
Yeah.
Hydralis, do your thing.
All right.
Shove the other one in the gears too.
Look, a broken clock can't tick down. It saves us time.
I don't
That's
think
a
that's how
5.
that works.
I miss.
5. Not only do you miss, Lacritus and Ignis feel the breeze from your swing.
Oh, hey!
I mean, I really can't talk because all I've done is miss too. So I'm just kind of like, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain.
All right. Phoenix, bring us home.
All right. Can I hit him clearly from here without hitting anybody else?
Yes, you'll be fine.
All right, so I'm going to go for the hit. again, I rolled another 18, so it's 23.
So you'll hit.
God, somebody's hitting.
I can't
Right?
believe I'm
I know,
hitting.
right?
I think I got that one out of the way quick, and I was like, "Hey, all right."
Hey, I'm the DM, and I'm making this. I can make stuff up, and I'm still not even hitting. Okay.
All right, so I'm going sneak attack as well. So like,
Mhm.
can I do a triple sneak attack? No,
No,
that would
I
be
wish, but no.
Come on, that'd be
that would
cool.
awesome.
All right, so I rolled a 3 plus 3. That's 6, and then 11, 12, 13, 15.
15 damage.
Yep. That's dude. Since I've implemented using that sneak attack, I'll never not do it again. Like I'm such an
Right.
idiot for not using it.
I was just enough.
So we're free from combat, right?
You are free from combat.
I bring myself down off of the ceiling because I'm not having that chance to have that happen. Like,
Question.
Yeah.
Is there a door at the bottom of this room?
Yes.
Or am I
He
seeing
already-
things?
No, he
No,
already
there is. There's a
confirmed
door
that.
at the bottom of the room. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So the last defender suit falls, and there's also a door right there in front of Ignis. The last defender suit falls, and what do you do?
Huh.
Did
Well,
any of
they're
the
not
doors?
60 minutes,
Usually-
so we
usually
need
that-
to
there's-
know.
Did that
usually
trigger
there's a
anybody?
process to these sorts of
The
things.
door.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, that was my fault. I forgot. There's nothing else to do. The door in front of Ignis slides open with the death of the last suit, and it does the
Right.
same thing as the other one. It just slides upward into the ceiling and reveals another airlock.
Boy, I'm not sure we have the time for this.
All
Well,
right.
let's-
Before we do anything, I'd like to cast lay on hands to myself.
Okay.
And to who else is hurting?
Not Ayla. Hey,
I'm taking some damage.
All right. I'll give 5 to myself and then 5 to I want to say Lagaya, Chris. I'm getting it worse than you are.
Yeah.
am I able to cast another potion, or do I have to actually do I think I have to have a short rest, and we can't afford to do that now.
No.
Nope.
All right. I'm rolling for stealth again.
You guys continue on.
Yep.
As you walk into the hallway, just like the other one did too, that door automatically slides open.
I got a 25 for
reveals-
myself, by the way.
Your stealth, and reveals the next room.
Oh, come
As
on.
you step into the room, what you see is in the center of the room is a column, kind of a pillar that goes from ceiling to floor. And in the middle of the column, there's a break there, and you see this floating in the middle between that break in the column.
Cool.
Okay, it's just an orb that floats there. Around the corners, you see crossbow turrets that are not active, and they're pointed at the floor, but they're kind of aimed towards the center at the orb. So they're not even active, okay?
Huh.
And I need
Don't.
Ignis. I need Ignis to roll me a death save.
A death save? No.
I'm sorry, Dex. A Dex.
He's like,
Dex.
yes, a death
This is
save.
an extra.
It's a
This is an
death
extra
save.
heavy piece of ceiling.
No. All right, so dex save. Here we go again. That is that is a 23.
That is a 23. You dodge out of the way. As you enter the room, you like I said, you see the turrets are pointed downwards, and on the south wall you see a door, and that's it.
I kind of poke my head over here and look, and I'm like, hold on, guys. Don't anybody just jump out there, because, you know, I wonder if it'd be better if I did get on the ceiling again and go in there, and that way I don't touch anything on the floor. What do you guys think?
Chances
I mean,
are
It's
we
gonna
probably
hurt
have
you.
to we probably have to take the orb, and then we're gonna get shot at.
All right, so I.
So-
Can you go ahead and talk to the orb from here? Or, like, one of you two, you're up in front. Try and say that you look shiny or something.
I mean, it is a sentient orb.
I step
But we don't
forward.
know that.
Hello.
It just floats there and glows.
Okay. Well, thank you for making me look like a fool. All right, I want to investigate the ballista turrets.
They're just crossbows on turrets.
As he did that question, I kind of like just take my elbow and nudge Ignis and just kind of chuckle at him, like.
Can
Yeah, they're just crossbows on stands, basically.
Can we take out the arrow?
Sure.
Okay.
Hold on. Well, while he does that, I kind of step into the room a bit, not stepping on the circle, but I look around. Is there any writing, any symbols like in the other room?
Nope.
Anything that can, like, clues?
Nope.
Hmm. Just this one orb in the middle of the room, huh?
Yep.
All right. Well, I join in Hydralis's efforts and disarm the crossbows.
Okay.
I kind of sneak in and kind of stay away from it. And
As you get close to the door, the orb glows a little bit brighter, and you hear it say, 3 questions guard the hidden door. 3 truths to pass, no less, no more. Speak them right, the path shall clear. Speak them wrong, be trapped in fear. No blade, no key, nor magic's stock. Only wisdom turns the lock.
okay.
If you want a quick interpretation of what the orb is
We got to
saying,
answer 3 questions. Truthfully.
Riddles.
there you go. You got it.
But yeah, I
3
mean, it's not that
questions will
hard.
Okay.
All right,
I
so
tried to make them easy, but
yeah, am I able to move without like? Can I move again? Or actually, in the
Yeah, you're in
background,
combat.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over here, and I'm also gonna join in the efforts and take out the arrow of this one too, and then I'm gonna move back over to this, and then just kind of you know, who has the best wisdom? What's your guys' wisdom modifier?
What? He's gonna ask us questions.
Yes, I know, but that
Yeah,
I'm assuming that wisdom modifier is gonna help though.
No, not at all.
Really? This is D&D, man.
Alright.
Come on.
Well, I step forward in the circle. Ask your question.
Why your
Ask your
question?
riddle. Whatever you want.
I have hands, but no arms to hold. I dance in place, both young and old. I'm always watching, never blink. What am I, do you think?
Block.
A clock.
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
I agree with that.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
his
lock in the
question.
answer.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, a clock.
I wanted to laugh.
Second question. I am always ahead, never behind. Yet I do not run, will all follow my line. What am I?
Time. Are these all?
Yes.
All time.
Time.
Hey,
Time.
hold on.
Is that your final answer?
Third question.
Why do you keep saying hold on?
He's just trying to annoy me.
Do you guys not hear that? Is that your final answer? You hear that, right?
No.
Nope.
Really? Oh man, that's got Regis going. Is that your final answer?
Yep,
Inside
sorry.
confusion.
Dang it.
Third question. 2 and 2 you saw before. 4 and some will open the door. Not alone, but in a pair. Tell me the number hanging there.
There was a number?
8.
That's your answer?
Hold on.
That's what my character would say.
2
The
and 2.
crossbow that's closest to you turns, or it activates, it turns, and it fires a bolt at you, and you take 2 piercing damage.
How can I fire a bolt if it doesn't have one in it?
Well, one would think
'Cause
that
it's
if
magic.
it's automatically activated. It's magic.
Oh well.
Wait, so who took the damage?
I did.
Reloads itself.
Lacritus.
Okay.
And then after it shoots you, it turns back to the position that it was originally in and goes dormant again.
I hate puzzles.
Okay. Repeat the riddle again.
2 and 2 you saw before. 4 in some will open the door. Not alone, but in a pair. Tell me the number hanging there.
Not alone, but in a pair. 4 and 4. Can we like stand by the ballistas as if we're like manning it in a way?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
No.
okay? Hold on. If we all man the ballistas and then look at the sentient orb, maybe that will unlock something.
What?
You're gonna.
Okay. Think. Right? The last riddle needed 4 of us. Right? This one needs 4 of us, and we both have to be in pairs yet again. Okay.
All right, bye. I'm just gonna sit here.
All right, I'll play along with your madness, I guess.
Okay. So if we look at the orb, theoretically, like if we all aim there, something should happen so we can see some sort of number hanging from above the orb. That's how I view this. That's how I see this riddle. Do we all have like some sort of idea of this?
Squint hard. Do you see a number?
To be fair,
Does
you
any-
guys aren't saying a number, so it won't.
Okay. Oh, I'm asking you guys.
I'm not in there.
I don't see
I'm hanging
anything.
out with my new friend.
Okay. Does anything happen when we man the ballistas?
2 and 2 you saw before. 4 in some will open the door. Not alone, but in a pair. Tell me the number hanging there.
Okay, 4 and some. All right. So does that mean Ayla and Talos? That has to mean them then, right?
I think we need to reorient ourselves a bit here.
We got 45 minutes to do that. Granted, I know the clock stopped, but the real clock didn't stop. So, well, hold on. If the destruction's stopped for right now, like if you can't think down, then why is the building still falling apart? Why are we still getting rocks?
I don't think really changed much of anything. Maybe we
No.
were bought a bit of extra time, but I'm
Maybe.
pretty sure this place locking up is paramount.
All right,
It's gonna
so
happen.
could you please read that one more time?
2 and 2 you saw before. 4 in some will open the door. Not alone, but in a pair. Tell me the number hanging there.
Not alone, but in a pair.
Hair or something. Lacritus, do you want to answer that again?
No.
It
Sure.
has to relate.
44.
It has to.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
42. But okay.
No.
The turret in front of you activates, and you take 4 piercing damage.
Oh,
and then
don't
goes
do that to
dormant
him. I was kidding. Dang it. I have no idea, guys.
Okay.
What do we
I
do?
bribed the DM. No.
Do we have a hint now? Or is that
Can
just...
I roll anything for some type of hint?
I say 1.
I say a wisdom check, like for real.
You say 1? Wait, Ayla, did you say 1?
Yeah.
The turret that Phoenix is standing at activates, and you take 1 piercing damage.
I shoot it again at her.
You can't. There's no way to. So there's no way to fire.
Dang it. I shoot
Okay.
my bow at her. No.
I still have spell slots. Don't test me.
You're too far.
But again, though, can I?
I can Misty step into your face.
There's got to be something.
Yeah, that's why I was saying a wisdom check could
Can
could
I
help right here, but I don't know.
can I examine the runes surrounding the orb?
You can't read them, and they're in a language that is even older than Draconic.
The
Well,
one time we
let me
played.
ask you a question. Are you able to actually read it? Like, if I can read it, will you tell me what it says, or do you just not have any idea what it says?
The runes? Are you talking?
Yes.
Are you asking me? They
Yes.
don't. They're just runes. They don't
Okay.
say anything. Yeah, they're just.
Dang it.
I mean, if you really just want to boil it down to it, they're just decoration in the circle. That's all.
Okay. Okay. I had a way around that whole thing, but you know.
But you can tell that it was written in some sort of a language. It's just a language that nobody here would know.
Okay. Well, then I cast comprehend languages.
That's good, but you still wouldn't know it. It's still older.
What? That's bullcrap. That is such bullcrap. Oh man,
Checkmate.
I was waiting.
Are you guys gonna try anything else, or do you want to hit?
At this point,
I will say that was a very good attempt. I
caught you off guard. That's the thing, because you have no idea what I have.
Oh no, I do.
Oh, did he tell you?
No, well, yeah, that, and I can see your character sheet.
Oh,
so because to be able to help edit stuff. Not that I've used it, but for that. But even still, I have comprehend languages on my other character, and I know what it will do. So
yeah.
So yeah,
that makes sense because you're a warlock too. So well.
Yeah, in this case, it does not help you.
Man, that would have been good. All right. Anyways,
yeah.
I'm almost ready to say screw it and hit it with the bow.
So we need a hint. We need a hint. What do you guys agree?
Before we do that, Hydralis, I need you to make me a dex save.
My time has come.
That one. No.
While you guys do this, I actually have to be right back. I have to go bathroom.
Oh dear. I got a 14. Do I have anything? Is it just the save itself?
It's just the save. You barely managed to get out of the way of the ceiling falling. Now,
can I curse the ceiling in Draconic?
You curse all you want. Yeah, it's not gonna make much of a difference, but whatever.
Okay.
Okay, your hint. This riddle relates back to the very first riddle.
I told you!
In the first room.
I figured that much. It's just...
Okay.
All right, I pat the crossbow, and then I start going back to the first chamber.
Well, I asked you guys, is it 4? Is
Can
that
I,
the answer you think?
I read the... I glare at the thing, and then I run on back, pat the crossbow again, and then recite the first room's riddle, or little poem.
You recite the riddle as your answer. You recite the whole riddle.
No, I explain it to them.
So read the first riddle again.
I don't talk to the orb. I talk to them.
Okay.
I recite the.
All right. Man, I feel like
the key lines you need to take away from this. 2 and 2 you saw before. 4 and some will open the door.
4 and some.
It has to be 6. It has to be 6.
Or is it? I mean, if you know what sum is in math.
What did you guys have to do to open the first door?
You had to stand on the orbs and like we did in unison.
How many?
4 of us.
And that's why.
Tell me the number hanging there.
So that's what I was gonna say. Okay, I say the number is 4.
The orb answers, "You have been deemed worthy and shall be allowed to pass." And the door to the south slides open.
Don't ever let this be repeated, but Shadow was right.
Why is that?
He put the answer in chat. But I was sitting there thinking 4 before, but I didn't want to say it. But he did. He typed it in chat. I am paying attention.
Shadow.
Nearly a full session, and we only got through so many rooms.
My Lanta.
All right. Yep. You guys can handle that.
It's nice knowing
So-
y'all.
We've come too far.
Now, before you all
um,
freak out, okay?
Uh,
Before you all freak out,
too late.
Like,
Oh, Jinx, you owe me a kiss on the lips. I stole your own line.
Clockwork Titan.
you will only be fighting the little guy
Oh!
at the feet.
Okay.
Little my butt. He takes up 4 squares.
He's
You
still
will
a
only be
Titan.
fighting the little guy at his feet.
This
The
guy,
robot
guys.
the robot that is on the floor is a design that is inlaid into the floor. It's just tiles and paint and things like that. It is not going to come to life.
So he doesn't see us right now, right? We're not
Okay.
in
It's still nice knowing y'all. Anyways.
You see the Clockwork Titan at the end. It's standing there completely dormant, powered down. In its chest, where that gear is at, you see the artifact floating in a stasis field in its chest.
Oh, it's in the chest.
Okay,
Is that what we need to get?
I believe
that is
so.
the artifact that you need. Is what
Yes.
is what you're going after. Yes.
So, Phoenix, you wanna just tiptoe slowly towards it, you and me?
Let's see. I do have my stealth still. It's 25. Is there any way I can use my stealth to go down there and kind of like, I don't know. There's only one way to find out. You guys may want to get in the vicinity just in case it starts attacking because I can't be in there by myself.
You also hear the voice that you've been hearing
I
earlier
believe you.
say structural instability detected. 30 minutes till collapse.
Oh, so it's still counting down. Good to know. Good to know.
It's prime time.
All right, so I'm gonna sneak down. I'm assuming that this thing right here is in front of this thing, right? So am I able to sneak behind it, like right here, and not be seen before I actually do move?
It's actually so because of how this thing is placed. The Titan is actually facing the door,
Oh,
so it's not like so you wouldn't be walking up behind it. Yeah.
all right. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to go to the ceiling and try to work my way around to see if I can. On it, I can't pick up. To work my way around slowly to see if I can work
Okay.
my way around the back of it quietly. I'm going as quiet as I can. I turn off all my lights, whatever I have, and I'm going slowly.
Roll me. Stop. Go back one. Roll me a dex save.
Ah,
19.
19.
Dang
You
it.
managed to avoid the tile that as you stepped off of the one tile that's right here,
Mm-hmm.
the one ceiling tile that's right here. As you stepped off of it, it falls behind you
Okay.
to the floor.
All right. And she's really just completely against me. And I tried helping her too. That's the crazy
I
thing.
know.
So okay, I
Only
keep on going.
once.
I keep on going, and I go to about here, and I flip the coin on to talk to everybody and let them know I am behind you. Since y'all can see me, I'm not gonna cast anything that I have to do. But so you guys can hear me. I made it behind them, but I'm not. I'm a good 5-10 feet away. So
Can I point something out about that plan?
what?
Lacridus can't hear you.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. Well, which is fine
just-
because they're by
just hold on.
him or her.
Just tell us what you have to, and I'll whisper. And
All right.
relay.
So that's what we're doing. We're relaying. So
Yeah.
basically, I relay to them that I am behind the Titan, but I don't want to get too close to it. I don't want to trigger it. But what do you guys want to do next?
You should probably just try and take the artifact stealthily out of its chest so that we might be able to skip this entire thing. That's just a suggestion, though.
All right. Well, this is gonna go horribly wrong. You know that, right?
That's gonna be quite the amount of
It's a lot.
rolls.
It's still worth an option. It's still definitely an option.
Let's.
Phoenix?
Yes.
Mage hand.
Oh,
I like I'm whispering to and she's just doing like the hand motion, like
okay.
mage, like mouthing the
Like-
words.
Like a grabby hand.
And
All right. So I cast Mage Hand,
Okay.
and now I have a nice little spectral floating hand, and
That's handy.
it's really handy. So I'm going to attempt to take the artifact out of the chest with the Mage Hand to try to. Actually, before I do that, I casted it, and I could do it from 30 feet. So I'm going to take advantage of that because why not, right? So hold on, 30 feet from him. Actually, I'm not. So I'm gonna go back to here as soon as I get back to the. I'm gonna go back to here.
Right.
It's within 30 feet, and I'm gonna take the Mage Hand and try to take the item out.
Okay.
So do I need to roll a sleight of hand, or what do I got to do?
Nope. So you use Mage Hand. So you reach out with Mage Hand, and you watch as the hand passes through the stasis field, grabs the artifact, and extracts it. As the hand brings it back to you. Well, you know what? The hand brings it back to you. What do you do?
Without disturbing that thing, I need to get back out of this stupid thing. I let everybody. Okay, guys, I got it. I used my newly acquired skill that I remembered I had, thankfully, and I'm
sure.
on my way back. So I stealthily go back around, come back over, and
Okay, stop.
get back.
Hold on a second. Hydralis. First of all, Hydralis, I need you to roll me a dex save.
Row.
Okay. Oh, where's my d20?
it's gone.
That's an automatic nat
It
1 if
might
you can't
be.
find it.
Hold on. Give me a sec. I actually don't know where it is.
Nat 1.
Also, did you also kind of look in this direction? Was that Phoenix? Was that like a closed door, or was it like an open?
It's open.
Interesting.
This one is right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is.
All right, so I related them. Yeah, it is open. I was able to see it from down there because I scope out the room anyways. I'm a freaking rogue. Of course, I'm gonna look at my.
You ever find out what's
crap.
even in there?
I
No,
got a
not yet.
14.
I 14. I think that's enough. It was enough last time.
I'm sorry, a 14. You
Dude,
barely
he had a-
managed to.
He had a blank
was-
look on his face. I sat there and watched him.
Yeah, I did. But I'm sitting here trying to think how I want to handle the rest of this. You managed to dodge out of the way of the ceiling falling on you. As you take a step from where you were, Phoenix, like you've got the artifact in your hand and you take a step, all of a sudden you hear the voice say, defensive protocol activated. Artifact has been disturbed.
Run!
The Titan powers up, and you hear the voice then say, structural instability detected. 60 seconds till structural collapse.
Uh-oh.
Time to book it.
I could use the herb to. Never mind. I was against using it, so I'm not going to. All right, so
Yeah.
get out of here.
Let's get moving.
Oh, the character all the way up.
Get out of here. We gotta move. And of course, freaking Ignis is behind. Like, oh.
He has to move too.
That's true. He does.
Yeah, he does have to move too. As you guys clear the door of the shack that you guys entered before, you realize that, yeah, that vault was bigger on the inside for some reason. And you hear the voice say, structural structural stability has failed. Full collapse in 5, 4, 3,
Jump for the door.
2, 1. And just as the last person clears the door, the entire vault collapses behind you.
Whew.
Valeric is standing there just outside. And as you all are in a jumbled heap of dirt and dust and a pile of bodies, he looks at you and says, "So, were you successful?"
In some
I
aspects, yes.
Eight
In many aspects,
riddles.
no.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you that there might be some puzzles to clear the rooms in there.
How convenient.
My fault.
To be fair, we also should have asked.
Do you have the artifact?
I do.
I mean, do
He
you still
holds his
have it?
hand-
Like, yeah.
He holds his hand out and says, I will take it from you.
Well, you know. So, I have questions before I hand this over. And I need to know, what are your plans with this? Are you going to keep it safe? Are you going to use it? Because there's no reason for any time jumps or anything like that.
Time jumps.
But you said you can turn back time. Like,
I said we could alter time slightly.
alter time, right? Yeah. So altering time slightly is a big deal.
It's only a few seconds, if a few minutes.
Yeah. A few seconds or a few minutes could have done a lot of damage. I'm just saying, like,
Can I say something?
Potentially.
we should not be messing with time. Go ahead, Hydralis.
After hearing that, Hydralis gives like a loud like, and he like crosses his arms. He's very noticeably annoyed and angry at that.
I
At
feel
what?
like we should have
Oh,
already seen this coming from Phoenix.
no, not at me. He's upset about
No,
just
no.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
If we're still trying to save the girl, a few minutes could still do something.
So, I'm gonna do something rash. We'll see how this plays out. I'm gonna do something rash.
Resh, you're gonna keep it, aren't you?
I pull out this bag that no one has ever seen me have before, and I drop it into the bag, and I see
You're gonna keep it.
the only one that knows what that bag is Zombie.
Oh, you did not just.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
You know how much
So,
you're muddying the waters? I listened to the episode!
Mr. D,
Bag
I'm
of
going to have to
holding?
send you a message as to what that bag does.
You
Yeah, please.
madman!
Did you listen to it actually?
Yes, I know what
Okay.
that thing does!
And so after he gets like finds out what it does, actually he doesn't know what it does right now. His character doesn't, but
No, I don't know, but I know.
so Captain Valeric. See, he may know exactly what the bag is though, because of However, if you want to know where that object is, then you need to be honest with us, because I feel like you have not been full honest with us.
Well, that is unfortunate.
This is not against my friends. This is only my decision. I did this, not them. Trust me, it's somewhere safe.
That artifact, number one, was in the care of my order for many a millennia. That artifact is being waited on by research of another order that is loyal to the Time Wardens.
Okay.
And that artifact would have been kept very safe.
You could have
Those
led with that.
researchers were going to. You didn't give me a chance.
If he's a time warden, this is his thing. Why are you keeping it?
I am not keeping it for myself. I am keeping it to make sure it's safe. And I do not want this to mess up this beautiful world that we live in, whatever it does. However,
Right now,
if you
we're in
are
the
true to
Fey
yourself,
realm.
if you are true to what you say, then the person that has it should have no problem giving that back to you. I promise you. And if you are just, then I have no problem. I don't know this realm. I don't look. You could be as trusting as you want with people. I am not. By nature, I am not. However, you earn my trust. And the way you do that is by being honest and upfront. You know, you could have told us this stuff in the first place. Like I would have been more open to go on this mission to get this without having to have my friends agree if it would have been more honest.
You also
And
didn't ask those questions.
no, I did not. But when
It
someone
goes both ways.
yeah, I love how she just defends. Oh, it drives me nuts. Anyways, all I'm saying is this.
Your friend is correct, though.
My friend may be correct, and I never said she was my friend. Thank you very much.
You just said that I was your friend.
I was talking about my other friends. the ones that don't shock me and anyways, that's off script. I'm just messing with that. But anyways, back on like seriously, like I am a very type of person that is guarded, and because of that, I do not trust easy. The ones with me, minus Lacritus, have earned my trust. But I will say this, Lacritus, she and I have battled together, and that's something. So, but you wouldn't come in to help. You just sit there idly and let others do your dirty work. And for that, I don't trust you. But where that item is, that artifact is, I do trust them. And if they know you and they are friends to you, then they will have no problem giving that back.
You
Does that
trusted them after they gave you tea and cookies.
hold on? A lot happened, and if you would have listened to the thing, you'd have known. So,
I'm sorry, I'm busy with work.
anyways, all I'm saying is it's in good hands. We can travel back to town, and by the time we get there, they can tell me for sure if you are on the up and up. Okay? Again, this is me. This is not my friends and Ayla. No, this is not my friends.
Not that I have anything to prove to you. Not that I have anything to explain to you. You do realize that as a time warden, I do have control over time magics. And that if I wanted to, I could bring the artifact right back here.
But then that would also absolutely prove to me what
We were given this mission by the Lord of the town and he presented his mission to the Lord of the town. What makes you think he's not trustworthy?
Well, let's go visit the Lord of the town then.
We'll play your game.
Okay.
I'll let you have this one.
Slam my head into the wall.
We'll play your game. But just know, your friend was right. You were actually given the mission by the Lord of the town, not through me. I came to him to ask for help.
Well,
you were the ones that he sent me to get that help with his patronage. But we'll play your game.
That's interesting you say that. So all right, let's head back.
Did you forget that he came with Lacritus, who was... Okay, whatever.
The
So
Lord.
you all travel back to town. And once you get into town, Captain Valeric leads you to the Lord's house and knocks on the door.
Okay, hold on. We got to get Zombie in on this. He's got to play the roles of.
No.
No.
Come on.
He's DM.
He's running it. It's
But
his call.
Okay.
I mean, that was kind of what we agreed. Is when he's running it,
Yeah.
he's the one that's running it. I'm not gonna step in and do anything like that.
Okay.
When the door is opened, it's the servant maid that you guys saw earlier. And Valeric says, apparently your master has something that is mine.
Actually, I didn't say he had it.
It's his daughter. That has it.
You know, the Lord who sent us on this mission, whose daughter is your patron.
So
I see her in the
the
corner.
servant
I
maid
just wave
then-
at her.
Right. The servant maid takes you into the Lord's office. And Valeric looks at him and says, apparently you have something that belongs to me. The Lord stops for a minute and says, I don't know what you're talking about. Valeric replies with, well, apparently one of the party members that you sent with me to go retrieve the artifact has decided to somehow get it to you.
I kind of look at you and I say, may I speak to him for a second, please?
Phoenix.
You're talking to Valeric or the Lord?
To Valor.
Okay. Valeric nods.
So I said, hello, my lord. My name is Phoenix, and I apologize for my rudeness the last time I was here, for not coming in and introducing. That was on me, and I apologize. But since then, a lot has happened. Do you know what has happened? Are you up to date? Have you talked to your wife and daughter?
Aware. Are you asking in regards to, and this is metagaming here. Are you asking in regards to your transformation, or are you asking in regards to the mission that you just sent?
I'm asking in regards to the bond.
Yes, he'll know.
That's why I'm asking. So you are,
yes,
you understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So off script real quick, I think it'd be hilarious if she was over there like, oh, you sent me something shiny. Like, like we talked about Zombie. Like, yeah. Ooh. Anyways, but back to you. In character. Yes. I'm sorry, my lord, and please forgive me. But I know this is from you, but I just don't know if I can trust somebody with time and with that kind of power, that artifact. And with that being so, I sent it to the one person I knew I could trust and one where I knew would be safe. And I showed him the bag. And I'm assuming he would know what the bag is and what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I show him the bag and I said, now do you know that it's safe and where it is? I want this to be up to you, not up to him.
I know where it's at. I understand your thought processes with it, but I do not agree with the way that it was handled. And
Maybe
the
not.
Lord waves his daughter over and just holds his hand out. Reluctantly, she reaches into a pocket and pulls the artifact out and hands it to him. He turns to Valeric and hands the artifact to him and says, what does he say? He says,
what does he say?
He says, here is what I believe you are looking for. And Valeric nods. He turns back to Phoenix. While I understand what you did, while I understand why you did it, and while I understand the convictions and the emotions and the heart behind why you did what you did. I can't fault any of that. As Fae, we are all very much led by our emotions. Unfortunately, the end result is not what was desired. The contract was for your group to retrieve the artifact and return it to Valric,
And
not me.
it has been done. Who has the artifact?
But
Yeah, but we weren't the ones who
You're
handed
you're
it to
you're
him.
not in here with us.
I went back with the party.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
not.
I'm part of the party. We all went in there. That's what he said. All the party goes.
Did you say that
Yeah,
the whole party's in there?
Yeah, I did. The whole party's there.
I just ignore.
It is commendable what you did, but the definition of the contract was for your party to return it to Valeric. Now, there won't be any penalties for this.
If there is, I
There-
accept full
There won't
on.
be any. There will not be any penalties to this. Again, I understand the drive behind it. As Fae, we're all driven by our emotions, and we're all driven by what we think is right and wrong. You thought this was right, and that is very commendable. But there won't, and so there won't be any penalties for this. It's just unfortunate that it had to come to this, if that makes sense.
Well, I stand by my convictions. I'm sorry. That I understand you see the reasoning for it and why I did it and everything. But I stand by that completely because things were still completely done the way it was supposed to. We got the artifact. We got out of there. Barely got out of there, but we did. And I got it back to the captain. However, it was yeah.
You're trying to justify your action? No.
No, I don't need to justify my actions. I know what I did.
That's what it sounds like you're doing. You're trying. You're just
No.
like, we still did it. We still got it back to him.
I wish I had a cast of Shut Your Mouth. Anyways,
the Lord holds his hand up and says,
the
Lord holds his hand up and says, okay, the situation has been resolved. Let's just all move forward from here.
Agreed.
With that, Valeric turns to the party and says, thank you for your efforts. Thank you for retrieving the artifact. This looks pointedly at Phoenix and says, this will be very protected.
Okay. That's all I ask.
Holds up his hand.
Telling you.
Huh?
I said, and that's what he was telling you.
That's what he's telling you. Holds up his hand, kind of waves it in the air. A portal appears next to him. And he says, with that, I take my leave. Thank you for your work. And steps through the portal and is gone. The Lord looks at you at the party and goes, thank you for assisting in this contract. And thank you for assisting in this mission. The fact that you were willing to help strangers says very much about your entire party's character. You may return to your house, do what you need to do, rest up. Lacritus, remember, in a week you're supposed to guide them, or at the end of the week you're supposed to guide them.
Of course.
And yes, off with you. And so he sends you back. As you guys walk back to the house, you walk in the front door, you see Blaze sitting at a table, eating lunch, because, fat kid. And
so
he just kind of, he looks up, raises his glass, and says, "Hey, welcome back. How did things go?"
I'd rather not talk about it.
I just kind of walk to my room. I nod to Blaze and say, "Hey," and just kind of walk in, go and lay
down. As everybody kind of, I look at Lacritus and goes, "Huh, that well, huh?"
Lacritus would kind of she'd walk to the table and kind of like, gesture like, "May I sit?"
Mhm.
And then sit, and then kind of give you a kind of like a mission debriefing.
Or back massage.
Yeah. Or hey, whatever.
Or both.
Or
I mean,
both.
the,
Yep.
the claws might hurt just a little bit.
Or deep
You-
tissue massage.
Hey, you don't know what's anyway.
Not going there.
So
Yeah.
Blaze just kind of nods and goes, "Oh, that well, huh?" And
Yep.
all right.
I did have
And
to vent a little bit of my frustration. I guess while they're having their talk over there, I just kind of walk up to Hydralis, and I know it might have been a few minutes, and I probably would have decided against it anyways, but there was so much we could have known. We could have changed. So much I could have changed. And I just pat him on the back to let him know that I know his frustration, and I just head to my room.
you mean as in Phoenix's frustration, or
No, about
Hydralis's
the
frustration?
hydrolysis.
Is about changing time, even if it was just
Oh,
a few
yeah.
seconds or minutes. Like the possibilities for that, especially, would have been a lot. So
All
I
right.
just kind of tell him that, and yeah.
Does Hydralis do anything? Say anything?
Nope, I just nod in agreement, scoff, and just stay.
5 passed.
No. All right. And with that, we come to a close. Remember
right.
that we're about midweek, so that's going to give everybody enough time to heal up, do a long rest, things like that before next session. So
All right. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with this session. I want to thank you all for being here. It was a little different, I know, but it was fun. I love playing that side of the coin. Like I really do. Like
Mhm.
like the last time he did it, I was just like, this is bull crap, like like we shouldn't be here. Like, but I've got to always have like, that I don't know, that forcefulness, I guess, because I got to think of, for me, what would my character do, and I feel like I did that properly.
WWPD.
What would Phoenix do? Not I wouldn't put that far up on the totem pole. But yeah, guys, so we're gonna decide really quick right now. Next week, I will not be available. I will not be streaming this. They may go and do it on their own, but it's also, take in mind, Father's Day. So
Oh, that's right, it is.
if you guys would just want to put off until the following week, then we need to say so soon. But I will not be streaming at all for next week at all. So
we did it for Mother's Day. We probably should do it for Father's Day,
Yeah.
and skip a week.
Yep, I would agree.
Agreed. All right. So anybody else agree with that as well?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So next week we will not be doing this. However, who knows? Zombie and I may get together during the week, and we could possibly do a tavern talk, so where we can make up for some of the loss, but that would just be on YouTube, like, only. It wouldn't be on here. So, but that's for another day to talk about with him. Again, I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all. I had a lot of fun. Ayla, aka Wolf, gives me a headache, but I love her. So, that being said,
Thunderwave is still an option.
do what? Thunderwave is still an option.
Still an option.
Yeah, well, wait till I grow stronger. You just wait. All right. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday and your weekend, and we're out of here. Bye.
Later.
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 See ya.
Tater.